Let's kick it. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Dennis. How's it going? You kicking it? Hold on, I'll put this up. Can you hear me better now? Oh, that's good. Just emptying my spam folder. Get so much bullshit sent to me. Quickly scan through them to see if I recognize any. And I just tell them to hit the road, that it's over. That I'm not getting your bullshit anymore. Oh, good. Hey, so I'm in a doctor's office. Kid points, says, "When's your baby due?" Like a 70-year-old lady. And the lady said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. He has autism." I said, "Oh, it's okay." The lady said, "Oh, yeah, it's no problem."
Hello.
I gave her your website. Hey, how you doing?
Good. I can only come on for like about a half an hour tonight.
Why is that?
I got something I gotta do.
What?
Stuff.
Like what?
Like stuff.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like stuff. I just gotta do stuff. I have stuff I gotta do tonight.
You have to do it? Hey, Drifter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't know.
said you only got 5 hours of sleep.
I got sleep tonight. I got sleep last night.
Oh, but it's only 9:30. Why you got to be gone at 10?
I don't know. We'll see. So what's going on?
You sling blade there, peeking over the corners and stuff?
Mm.
Or are you out in the safety of your car?
I'm in my woman cave. Actually, you know what's
Oh,
weird
good.
is I can't get my camera to work tonight on here.
Did
Which is
you
weird.
put it in and plug it in, pull out again?
Um, no, I mean like the camera, like it's not connecting. It says your browser has lost connection to your camera. Make sure no other apps are using your camera. Then refresh the page. Restart your device if this continues.
And this is on a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. You want to restart it and try it?
Yeah, I'll come back
Well,
on.
your audio is good, so maybe you shouldn't fuck with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but like I want to put my camera on, but it won't let me.
You have makeup on.
No.
Okay, let's just leave it like this then.
Hey, I'm not that hideous without makeup, okay? I look a lot different, but you know, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Stephanie's going to be coming on.
All right,
Seriously.
cool.
And I met a autistic kid, and
yeah.
I gave him Infolope's website.
Oh, cool.
Ma said she was going to go. I told her Infolope was a good friend of mine, that he watched at least 6 hours of pornography every day, and that he's really improved since a young child.
You're an ass. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Pug, how you doing? Yeah, she said that was cool. I said he worked full time. He got married. He's a chronic shoplifter. He loves art.
Oh, product shoplifter. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, is that Eric in that picture with you?
No, that's my son.
Oh, I was going to say, he looks awful young. Now, how old is that?
That's about 5 years, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe less than 5 years. I don't know about. Yeah, probably like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that was at a baseball game. We went to. It was a local baseball game,
Mm-hmm.
and I wore my big hat.
Yeah.
And I got shit for it from some of the people that were working
Oh,
there. I was like,
fucking.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. It didn't bother me.
That's what I say. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Stephanie's going to come on, too.
All right.
Said she'll be home by 7, which would be 10 my time. Was it cool there last night?
Yeah, so today was cool too, but like it's supposed to get back in the 80s tomorrow for like at least a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Starbucks is coming out with their pumpkin line tomorrow, so their pumpkin spice lattes and everything tomorrow. And I
Yeah,
told
I
them,
haven't been going to those Starbucks lately.
I mean, I still go there once in a while, and you know, like it just amazes me how many people go to these things. Like,
No,
what,
no, I know, I know. I
what,
know
what a,
it.
what a
McDonald's is like that too.
Right. What a business concept. Like, who would have ever thought, right, from the beginning, like, let's open up a coffee shop and charge people,
Crazy prices.
right? And people, I mean, and people bought it,
No, I
it's a
know.
trend.
You think that's like the lower middle class's chance to act successful.
Is to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, you know
It's
what
not
got,
filling up. You can go to any gas station on the way to Starbucks, fill up a fucking 5-gallon bucket of coffee for $1. Here you go in there and they bend your ass over for $10 all day long.
well, I think what it is I know when I was younger and I had to go to work and everything, I always needed coffee and I never liked making coffee, right?
Yeah, I like it.
I would just literally go through the drive-through, grab my coffee, and go to work. And then I forgot who got me hooked on Starbucks. I think it was a friend of mine.
It's the most caffeine.
Yeah, she got me hooked on espresso at a young age, and all the espresso drinks, and I just loved it ever since. Like
Yeah, you ought to try it, bug.
I used to drink the caramel macchiatos, the iced ones, hot. Like you
Yeah, I
wouldn't
don't like iced anything. I even drink a hot one on a hot day.
see that. I'm the other way around. I like to drink the cold ones even on
Pug says she
regular
never
days.
even tasted coffee. You got to do it, Pug. It'll really enhance your panic attacks.
You know what? Here's a story for you guys.
Hey, Faye.
So when I was about in my early 20s, like maybe 20, 21,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just really tired. So somebody's like, "Here, try these pills," right? And it was called No
Yeah,
Dose.
no-dos. Truckers used to take them.
Yeah, they're
You know
like, "Here,
anything?
this'll keep you awake." I was working overnight, so I was just getting really tired. And one day, like maybe I took too many of them. I'm
Oh yeah,
calling
you'll have a panic attack.
I'm calling poison control. Like, what do you think I should do? I freaking can't stop. Like, I'm wound up. Like, my heart's rate, this and that. I think I took too many of them. And they're just like, oh, just drink more water. They're just like, there's nothing you can really do but let
No.
it go through your system.
Yeah, I had that happen one time.
Well, when you're young, you don't really think anything of like, you're just like, I'm
I did
young.
the
Like,
same fucking thing with niacin, the supplement.
yeah.
Yeah, I took a fucking like 4 of those. Fuck.
I also did when I was younger, I thought it would be cool to take the hydroxycut. I was like, I
Yeah,
want to lose some weight.
yeah,
And
it'll work.
there it did, but there was some weird side effects from that. And I was like, I took it for a while.
Yeah, you get dehydrated easy too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, well, because I was active too, but I was like, I just want to lose just a little bit of weight, like nothing major or
Yeah,
anything. Took that stuff and it did. It
that'll
worked.
work. Yeah, yeah, it helps. They use it for a lot of reasons. They give you ephedrine when you get heart surgeries. A lot of heart surgeries. They want that blood pumping. Yeah, same thing. Yep, my enemy arthritis sure do. Yeah, I think yeah. People do that on marijuana too. Smoke too much. Take too many gummies. Have a panic attack.
Too much of anything. Like I think anything's fine in moderation. I think it's when you take too much of
Oh,
something.
it's
Even
this fucking Bible bullshit again.
well, no, I mean like even think about it. Like even they say like coffee, caffeine and stuff in moderation's good for you. They'll
It
tell you
is good.
that's
Antioxidants, good for your liver. But it's
yeah.
not good if you're drinking caffeinated coffee and you have a blood pressure problem. You're prone to panic attacks. Depends who's drinking it.
Well, like I know a couple people who stay away from anything caffeinated
Yeah.
and then they'll complain that they're tired or
Yeah. Right.
whatever. So I tell them they have um I don't know if you know the vitamin water line.
Yeah.
Well, the vitamin water
I think
line,
that's a crock of shit. The B vitamins, energy.
I mean, there's one of the drinks that has some caffeine in it, right? And it's not a lot. Like it's less than a cup of coffee for the whole
Yeah.
bottle. I said just sip on this. If you're sensitive to caffeine, like just do like try start with like herbal teas and stuff and you just
Oh
need like
yeah.
a little
Fuck
bit of
herbal
a
teas.
boost,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I've read studies on these energy drinks though.
Hmm.
You read the ingredients and they got like a million fucking things in them. They say none of it means shit except the
Don't
caffeine.
don't do the other. I did the when I was younger. I did energy drinks, so I would have to drink one of the big ones a day, like a night.
That's not that big a deal.
It ended up being a bit. So get this. After doing it for like about a year or so,
Yeah.
like at least drinking like when I stopped taking it,
Taurine your body makes.
it was just like I went through some like wicked headaches. I was like completely exhausted for a
Yeah,
couple
but that's
weeks.
not that much. I mean, if you drink too much of them, I do think now this is a theory and it's not backed up by great science,
Yeah.
but there is a theory out there you trash your adrenal glands, adrenal fatigue. So all
Yeah.
of a sudden you're drinking, 6 fucking energy drinks a day, and unless you drink a 6 pack of them a day, you just don't feel normal.
Well, that's how it was with this one energy drink. And I was only drinking like I would only drink one of them a day,
Yeah,
but
that's nothing. That's
I
nothing.
yeah, like because when I was working overnights, it's hard to stay awake
It
sometimes
is.
because
They say it ages you.
I don't think it aged me,
No,
but
yeah, yeah, no. There's science behind it.
really.
Yeah, it's not normal for human beings to be up all night.
Hmm.
And you don't get the same sleep you do when you work nights. If you get a day off, you stay up, so you can go to bed that next 2 days for your days. It's just a fucked up schedule.
Well, I only did it for a little while, but
Yeah, St. John's Wort, yeah.
when I was doing it, it was just like this constant like not all nights were that bad, but like
Yeah,
by like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you're like,
yeah.
I freaking want to go, I want to
Oh
go
yeah,
to
it burns you out. But this adrenal fatigue, I think it's real. I believe it. Yeah, St. John's Wort. Yeah, you can't jack off on that shit worth a fuck. It's got something in it. You talk about a fucking side effect. And here's the thing with all these supplements,
yeah.
you never know what you're getting. You may be getting a super dose one bottle and not shit the next. It's unregulated.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why I don't trust it. I'm totally a science guy. I know you can get it broke off in your ass, but I want to see published studies by professionals in controlled environments so you know what you're getting. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot fucking better than ordering something off Amazon and hope for the best.
I think I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't order anything off of Amazon or anything,
And
but
I'm talking about anywhere you get them, these supplements, you don't know what the fuck's what. They got a problem down here with this kratom, whatever the fuck they call it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, these fucking kids are getting addicted to this shit, and you can buy it at all the gas stations. Crazy, and I'm telling you, this is what I think. Nothing behind it because nobody's paying for studies on marijuana. It's still a no-no here on a federal level, so the doctors can't fuck with it. They can't write a prescription for it. It's just you're on your fucking own. But I think there seems to be a causal relationship to not good things of years of continued high marijuana consumption, memory,
Oh,
dementia.
it's not good for your brain. It can't be. It
No, I
can't
don't
be
think
good.
it is either. I mean, I take a gummy here and there, and I'm about ready to not take those anymore either. Because
I
I'm
know.
telling you, if I take one, even like a small amount, I'm not worth a fuck for a whole at least 24 hours.
Well, I know people that take the gummies and it, I don't know. There's mixed things with them. I mean, I guess it depends on how sensitive you are to something.
Have
You
you
know what
taken
I
one?
mean? I've never tried them. I mean, I thought about it because they had them at one point. They had those gummies like every grocery store
Yeah, but I
everywhere.
bet not
Like
the good ones.
it
You
was
had
like
that Delta 9 bullshit.
I don't know what it was,
Yeah,
but
you need the good ones, the medical ones.
They were
Or the
like,
recreational ones were, I'm sure that marijuana dispensaries are legal all over New York, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah, that's where you want to get them. Don't fuck with the drugstore. They got that Delta 9. That's bullshit.
They have actually at the Indian reservation here, they opened
Yeah,
up a
that's the place to
dispensary.
fucking get them. Fuck, you can get anything there.
That
But it's
that
good
was
if
near.
you're stressed out. You know, I'll tell you, it enhances shit too. Like going, I'll tell you what would be great. I've never done it. I'd like to do it though. I'd like to just go see an orchestra with a gummy into like the Louvre Museum. I
Yeah.
think it'd be so much better on a gummy. I'm not shitting you. God. Don't overdo it. Less is more with gummies, especially if you've never had one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could just see myself. Like I'd
Oh,
be,
no, Drifter.
is
No,
Michelle
wrong.
okay?
That's wrong, Drifter. Yeah, you can sleep too, but it enhances shit big time. I take a half. That's all I take. I think if I was took a whole, and I'd probably be banging some of these older women. I mean, it really gets you in a good, positive mood. You're doing crazy shit. Not like, getting pulled over, but it's like, that part of your brain is like revved up. Stephanie's going to find out when she gets down here. She
I
thinks
can't
her
even.
sex life's over and we're just friends. That is absolutely false. I'm bringing back the old days.
I can just. I mean,
Oh, you
with
are, Lamar?
all of the stuff out there now, it's just like crazy.
Yeah, but if you're that's another thing advantage if you go to like an approved place, at least you know what you're getting. It's not fucking rat poison in it and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Delta 9, yeah. I mean, it could. You'd have to do it. It's not the same though. Oh, 63. Well, good for you. That'll catch up to you though one of these days, Lamar. I mean, a couple people it doesn't, but you know, you're getting in the danger zone at 63. Yeah, 25. Stephanie, yeah, she's coming back. I'm going to bring her back to life, right? But I don't think. I think I'll tell you another thing too. If you really are like stressed out, you can't sleep, your sleep's all fucked up. Take some of that goddamn ZQL. Don't get the imposter brand, like the dollar store kind. Yeah, maybe the same place making it, maybe it's not. But it's not worth the other $2 to fuck around with it. Get some ZQL and take like one of the gives you that little plastic measuring cup on the top. The only bitch about it is it's got a long half-life, so you're groggy about 3 hours after you get up, but you'll sleep like just fantastic sleep. Yeah. Oh, really? It's been a while though. Yeah. Well, Drifter, you ought to be able to get those all over out there. I mean, I don't really think they're harmful, but man, your memory goes out the door. I think it's every time I try one, it gives me a clue what dementia must be like. You can't remember anything. Try reading on one. You just keep reading the same stuff over and over. It's fucking weird. You even try all those things like you think of some weird, crazy scene, these memory books. Even then, it's hard. It's like crazy. It just fucks up the part of your brain where your short-term memory just goes out the door. Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if you could just I'd probably, I mean, I don't take them for months sometimes, and I'll take like a half of one or something. Not that much though. But you can't have it both ways. I'm like wiped out the next day after I take even not that much of one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Delayed effect. All of a sudden I got, paranoid. Yeah, that'll do it to you. It sure will. But remember this, nobody's ever died from taking marijuana. Ever. It's all between the ears. You're not going to have a heart attack, even though you think you are. So just hang in there. That's why they want you to have those coaches when you go and try mushrooms and stuff, so you don't, in case you have like a bad experience. You got to be around somebody you trust. And I wouldn't do that. They charge a lot for that too. I'm going to roll the dice. Fuck it. If I see fucking gorillas with fucking Halloween masks trying to kill me, I'll regret it. I know. But they charge you up the ass to just have some hippie, the tie-dyed shirt, making sure you don't freak out. No, I never tried those, Lamar. Yeah, psilocybin. I'm gonna try one.
Is that Daisy snoring?
Yeah, yeah, I'd try it. I would do it. They have a big thing in Ann Arbor every year. It's just I'm never. I don't go. I'm not up there that much anymore. You can go to big events for it. Check into a hotel, and I'm going to Hilton Head Friday.
Isn't that, where's that?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
I'm gonna go to that Jewish deli. It's good too.
Are you gonna mess everything up for everybody? Here's Tom.
Oh yeah,
Everyone's on their family vacation. Here's
that's
the
it.
kid Tom with his fisherman hat.
That place sucks. I'm only going there. I'm leaving the same day. I'd never want to live there. Bunch of phonies. Traffic, crappy water, no waves. I mean, why? It's expensive too. Yeah, my Jew breakfast will be $19, not counting tip. But it's worth it. No fucking around. Top notch shit. Yeah, it does. It does. You want good water, go down to Pensacola, Panama City Beach, Clearwater, the Bahamas. Yeah, great golf course. I could give a fuck about golf. Yeah, you're right though. It's it is pretty and stuff. If you like gated neighborhoods and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't really do too much for me. Pretty much, the good stuff's gated neighborhoods, but they have like slum areas in Hilton Head too. No shit. You never been there, Michelle?
No, I've never actually stopped anywhere in South Carolina. I've driven through South Carolina many times, but I've never had any reason to.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
There's not really, I mean, think about it. The only thing that I stopped for is, what's that amusement park that's on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina? What's it called? Everyone
I don't
knows.
know, because I'm not that far east. Like you went down 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually west of there,
Yeah.
It is. That's good, Ripter. It is good. Yes.
I forgot what it's called, but it's some amusement park and it's right at the border of North and South
Yeah, all you can
Carolina.
eat. Yeah, I don't know. I never even liked those as kids that much.
I mean, I like certain rides, but like some rides just make me nauseous and sick, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not, like I'm okay. I was more of the water rides, anyways.
Yeah, I didn't like them. I mean, we go to Cedar Point as kids. That was kind of fun.
Cedar Point's fun.
You been there?
Yeah, I went to, what's the one in Pennsylvania? There's a big one in Pennsylvania. I took my son to it. What's it called?
Did you check out the Amish stuff while you were there?
Yeah, we stopped at a couple of like Amish places in Pennsylvania, but what's it? Wait a minute. Like it was a big family vacation. I can't even remember the amusement park that we went to in Pennsylvania. Well, anyways, it must not have been that great. I can't even.
Yeah, they got those places all over.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Some water place. It was like some kind of like like major water
Carowinds?
park.
Carowinds?
I
That the
think
name
that's
of it?
what it was called. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I think that's the place. Sounds familiar. Yeah, that's the place for North Carolina and South Carolina, I think.
Oh, okay. It is in Ohio. You went to Cedar Point in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck were you going way down there for?
What do you mean? When was I go?
It's a long ways.
Not for me.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's like 6 hours.
Yeah, that's long.
Not compared to like Florida. We used to drive to Florida a lot too. That's nothing.
How come
6
you don't do
hours.
that anymore?
I think it's more or less like getting older, not just wanting to be in a car for that long, that period of time. I mean,
Have you
like,
taken a cruise?
yeah,
Okay.
I didn't like it,
You
but I'm
didn't.
glad that I was able to take my
Well,
family on the cruise. I'm glad
what was the fucking problem with the cruise?
I just didn't like being on a boat with like thousands of people.
You didn't. What the hell did you think they were going to do?
Well, I just wanted to try it out. I wanted to go on a big boat. I
You
wanted
didn't
to
like your
go.
room or anything?
The room wasn't that bad because we got a balcony room.
Yeah.
So anytime I felt weird, I just would like sit on the balcony and it was all good. But like, um, yeah, I just didn't want to be like packed with like a ton of
Yeah,
like,
I
and
don't like it. Take an
everybody,
Alaskan cruise. You want a nice one.
yeah, everybody was so drunk on this cruise and it was
Yeah,
just
no,
kind of
I hate those
annoying.
too.
Like I would literally like you'd find me like on the other side of the ship where like
No,
hardly
take an
anybody.
Alaska one. You'd like it. And
I mean,
Alaska is like nothing like it. Truly the last frontier. I mean, you do stop at the tourist trap ports on the way up. That's the only way you're going to see like Glacier Bay and stuff is on a cruise ship. It's not like you can take a road and go all the way along the coast of Alaska. It doesn't work that way. You got to take ferries and get on and off. It's a fucking nightmare. Cruise is the way to go. And you'll see like the most beautiful stuff you ever saw in your life.
well, I did enjoy like being on the dock and like looking at the ocean and like just being out there. I mean, there was some,
Yeah,
it wasn't all bad, and I won a ton of
that
money
counts.
on the casino part of the cruise. They
Were
had a
you able to smoke?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not, I think there was you couldn't. I don't think you could smoke anywhere you. I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. It was like 6 years ago, I think. But
I'd
I
like to
just
go to. I like to just go. I like just like to have a balcony and like read books. I think the food on cruises sucks.
I wasn't a major fan, but like I said, I enjoyed
It's all this
getting off
canned
the
cheap shit.
yeah, like I enjoyed getting off and exploring the islands.
Yeah,
And I enjoyed that and I enjoyed the beaches when we landed and stuff. But like as far as
yeah. The dinners.
yeah, it was kind of like, oh, you gotta eat now, you gotta eat with a whole bunch of people at a
Yeah,
freaking you
it
know,
reminds me of like the food you get at Walmart, like the salmon and stuff.
yeah, it's not it's like, you know, uh I mean it wasn't like the worst food I've ever had,
No,
but
but it's
it
not like if the restaurant near your house served the exact same food, you never go there.
right.
It's like
Well,
Chinese buffet a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. Like I was sitting, I did feel a little sick on the boat
Yes, they do. Expensive hot pug.
at one time, but like I had fun. I mean, there was some fun times on the boat, but like as far as because they had so much going on
Yeah.
everywhere, but I just didn't like how packed it was.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like, people try to talk to you, and sometimes you don't want to talk to people. Like sometimes
You
it's
got that right.
okay, but like when everyone's drinking, everyone's just like coming over to you and just saying,
Oh,
like,
yeah. I tell them to shut up. Quit talking. I've told people at casinos before, hey, I don't feel like talking right now.
right. And that's
Fuck
complete
out of
that
here.
yeah, like it's just kind of
Yes,
like
Omar. Yes.
I'm just hanging out by myself. Like, I'm
Yeah.
cool with just like being on the dock. Like my son would be like off playing in the water park or whatever. They had a water thing
Yeah.
on this boat and I was just like, yeah, I'm chilling over here and like taking in the views and doing my own thing and then you have these strange people like I don't know. It was a
Right.
little oh,
Yeah, you're right.
it's fine.
Yeah, I'll probably never take one again. I would if it wasn't like a party cruise. I would like. I wish they had one like with poets or writers or something on there. Different lectures.
They probably do. Like
Yeah, I've looked. I've looked, and they do, and some of them are like that. But this little bullshit boat. It's not going way the hell out in the ocean to cool places.
like
It's
I
just like a
like
small boat with like 100 people on it.
like for me when I went on the cruise, like there was one night where I'm like, yeah, let's party, like whatever. But like I wasn't there to party for like 7 days straight. Like uh, I wanted to actually like do stuff than
Right.
just, get drunk and pass out, I guess.
Right. The good old days. You think your cruise days are probably over?
Ah, I mean, I wouldn't want to go on another cruise really. Like, I mean, if it was offered, I'd do it, but like I don't like I said, I didn't really enjoy that much of it. Like when the most that I enjoyed was getting off of the boat and like I said,
Yeah.
when we went to the islands and stuff and like venturing out there and like seeing
Yeah, it
everything.
would
Like
be Hug Bug. You're right. It would be great. I've looked for those and I just can't find any. Yeah, winter cruises in a blizzard. Yeah, I agree with you, man. That'd be so awesome.
I took a quote unquote, I don't know if you want to call it a cruise or what, but I took one. It was over in by Washington D.C.
Yeah.
and it was beautiful, but it was more of like a dinner boat thing. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a you stayed on the boat for days. It was like you went out there, everyone enjoyed a nice dinner, dancing, and then they went back to shore. It wasn't
Right.
like
Yeah.
crazy, like
Right.
flying all over the place.
They've got these river cruises now in the Great Lakes, but they go to all these dumpy places: Memphis, Detroit, St. Louis. Who the fuck wants? And they're expensive.
Really?
Oh yeah, you could take a nice Caribbean cruise, half the price as these Great Lakes cruise. Who want to go to all those fucking towns? They're shitholes. They are dumps. Mississippi River. I mean, I think it's a cool river. From it's a world class river, but not to like look at. It's dirty, fucking, factories all up and down it. I mean, shit. Who wants to go on that kind of cruise?
Well, that's why I found it interesting that on the drive to Niagara Falls, right before you get to Niagara
I like
Falls,
that. Going there once in a while.
there's a big, massive, like, dump, like trash dump, like, and you can
Yeah.
see it from where you're driving. It's like, oh, that's pretty. And then and then like 15 minutes later, you're at Niagara Falls, looking at the falls.
A wine tasting, that'd be kind of fun. I'd
Yeah,
rather just drink wine though and look out the window. I know what wine tastes like. I know a good one from a bad one. I know what I like. The tasting thing, I really don't get. You know what I
it's
mean? I mean,
that's a way to try new wines to see if maybe you want like a different one because
yeah.
they're all a
If
little
I'm buying a
different.
good bottle of wine, I don't want to try a new one. I like only reds. I know which ones I like, and I'd be like running out of time. Plus, most of that stuff, unless I don't drink at all. Well, I haven't been drinking anyway at all. But if I did, I don't want to like be like get done with the wine taste and I got to drive or some shit.
I know. Well, that's why you go on a limo or you get like a driver to drive you
Yeah,
there
a limo. But that's a
so you don't have to
pain in
think
the ass
about it.
too.
Yeah, well, that's just good so that
I'd
you don't
rather
have to.
just like I wish they'd have a wine tasting in a kick-ass hotel in a good place. Now we're
They
fucking talking.
they probably do. They probably have them like at like cottages by the lakes around here. There's
No, I
probably
don't think so, Miami. I don't think so. I've been to a couple of whiskey and wine tasting things. Not the experts. You can blindfold those motherfuckers. They know their wine. And I don't know if you've had much expensive uh, whiskey or Scotch whiskey or expensive wine, but if you get like a good bottle of wine or a good bottle of whiskey, it's like night and day.
really.
Yeah, fucking A. Especially wines. Fucking A, man. You say, oh, it's just in their head. It's just the doctors instead of the factory workers. Yeah, no, it's the grapes. It's where they're from. It's the tannins, the sulfides, the
Y-
age.
It's
You take a sip out of $1,000 bottle of wine, you'll know right away. And I was like a late bloomer on that shit. It was actually Anthony's dad that got me into wine. Scotch I did on my own like 20 years ago. I won 2 Scotch tasting contests, Chicago.
wow.
And the wine's the same way. I didn't know too much about wine at all. But if you taste the really good shit, which you're not going to be able to go in you're not getting it out of your grocery store. And you're probably going to have to special order it from a good liquor store. I mean, because it just doesn't sell that great. But if the really good shit, the top notch shit, now I agree with you. You shouldn't have to pay more on whiskey more than 300 a bottle and on wine more than 250. And then the differences get super subtle. Like, I know what you mean. If you're talking about like 500 grand, 3 million, yeah, it's just rich guys outbidding each other. But it's like aged cheddar cheese, same shit. Try some 20-year. Now, to me, just my opinion, doesn't mean shit. Fucking hillbilly hayseed expert. Once it gets past 20-year, I think the taste diminishes. That's just my opinion. 20-year. But I've turned more people on to good wine and good cheese that you wouldn't believe. And I just got lucky on the wine, and I knew the cheese from reading. I could do the same thing with meat too. When you get a really good top quality beef, like a steak, from all the right places, raised, certain genetics, cooked properly, you won't want to fuck with Outback or any of those places.
So
Like,
let me
I
get.
don't. In a way, it's kind of bad. Like, we've got a Longhorn here. You couldn't give me their fucking steaks. I know better. And then I smoked a lot of meats my own. I know better. Now, what those places are, people don't know any better. You're not really into cooking. You don't know too much about meat, and it tastes good to you, and it's reasonably priced. Although you notice these steak companies now are getting smaller and smaller on their portions because they're trying to stay in business. The average Joe isn't going to go in and drop fucking $32 on a ground sirloin. That's kind of what it's coming to when you look at meat prices. No, I haven't seen that wine tasting. No, I would like to see it though. The oldest scotch I had some 50-year one time in Chicago. Shot a 50-year. Yeah, it was like fucking fantastic. But to me, I mean, I don't know if you guys are scotch drinkers out there, but I like that real smoky, peaty scotch. I don't like mixed drinks. I like a glass of ice water and just slowly sip it. And for the bang for your buck, Ardbeg 10, Ardbeg 10. Doesn't get any better than that. It's only like $56 a bottle. Now, Penny, who worked in a liquor store, I told her about it. She said they can't keep it in stock since they started ordering it. And the most I'll spend is sometimes like $140 when they're out of everything else. Or if you like, you want to save some money, the all-time leading sales of scotch is Johnny Walker Red. Those are all blends. And the single cask thing's kind of a scam too. Now, to me, it seems stupid to mix good scotch. I don't get it, but people do it. And I know Johnny Walker Red is used a lot for that. But you get really, like, it's true fine wine. That's no shit. I'm not kidding you. Opus One, excellent wine. That's Ted's favorites. One of Ted's favorites.
And then if you get good
It
cheese,
was number one rated. Now, how old was it when you got it? Opus One's that shit has went up huge in prices. I know people that bought like 100 cases of Opus One before it went through the ceiling, and it's crazy price now. That's pretty good whiskey too. Yeah, Silent I agree. Yeah, Johnny Walker Blue, Johnny Walker Black. You can get Johnny Walker Double Black too. That doesn't add up with Opus One though, because you can go look that up wherever you want. And I've never heard anybody talk about it that way. Yeah. But that's a big seller, Opus One. That's crap. That's crap scotch. That's what you buy in the store. My sister used to think she was giving this big, fantastic Christmas present to people, and she'd buy them a fifth of that. I mean, when you can get it at your grocery store, it's not good scotch. It's okay. It's better than the bottom of the barrel, but it's not like upper end scotch. That's a scotch people use to mix drinks with. Pre-order, yeah, the good shit. Yeah.
well,
But a
there's
good bottle of wine, like, that's true how they do these pairings with cheese. I used to think that was a bunch of bullshit too until I figured
yeah,
it out and, learn more and
you
realize
developed your
it's
taste
like
buds.
classical music, same thing. You're listening to your damn boombox and thinking everything sucks. It isn't music you don't like. And then you go to an orchestra
It's
and it's like,
awesome.
fuck me, man, you got to be kidding me. It's just the appreciation you have to get to that level, to
Of
play in
me.
an orchestra, to get paid like $100 grand a year to play an instrument in an orchestra. And I'm telling you, classical music now is at an all-time fucking low. You can't fucking give it away. I've been
Really?
buying just, nope. You go on YouTube. This is your homework assignment, Michelle. Go on YouTube. She was a German nun, 12th century, Hildegard of Bingen, Bingen, Hildegard of Bingen. Those are interpretations of the music she wrote and they sang around the 12th century. I swear, I have a hard time not like crying when I listen to it. It's so beautiful.
Well, yeah, people, like, I used to go to operas too
Oh yeah,
and
it's like
stuff.
super talent, man. But it's
Yeah.
not something like that you hear like you're not turning it
It
up
puts you
driving down
it
the highway.
it puts you in a different
Oh yeah.
mind state. It like does something to your brain
And Gregorian
almost.
chants too, Gregorian chants, Tibetan monks.
Yeah.
It's like so beautiful. They don't even have an instrument. But look up Hildegard of Bingen.
I will.
So beautiful. And I don't care. There's not one, and nobody does it poorly. They'll have like 200 of these women in this choir. It's like, God, man, expect the windows to shatter. Same with, but if you can get classical music so cheap now from like, there's all these obscure artists because nobody buys it anymore. It's like alt sad.
I used
Go
to
on eBay. You can get boxes of good classical music for $1 a CD, perfect
I
condition,
used
free
I
shipping.
I used to listen to classical music to relax.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it put me in
great.
this like state like I think music can affect people's
Oh, it does. It
brains.
affects your brain.
Yeah.
And most of these good guys like Mozart and Beethoven, they were big drinkers too.
Yeah, they were good though. They
Yeah,
were good. I used to
just
be
like
able to
freaks. They were like Michael Jordans of music.
play a lot of their stuff on the organ.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of organ?
I was young. It was a
Really?
big organ. It had the two levels and then the foot pedal too. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
their music is fantastic. You
It
could like
was
listen to it like for 20 hours straight. I listen to it when I stack my books. I just bought like probably 50 of them in the last 2 weeks. And I just put one in and I don't even know who the fuck it is. But I'm reading this book on classical music now. It's pretty interesting. But it didn't last long, the really good shit. And then the
it
Jews, thank God, Bernstein, all these guys, their interpretation of Mozart and Bach and all those guys, it's like just mind blowing. They probably played it better than they did. Yeah, really
I
excellent. But nobody was using heavy drugs and playing classical music. No way.
it's hard to
You listen to any rock stars interviewed anywhere, and they'll tell you that drugs will ruin a performance. That's a myth.
what when I learned to play Beethoven and do some of the music and everything, their stuff's complicated. It's not like
I don't believe it.
some of the other stuff that I had to learn. I was like, oh, this is easy. And then they're like, well, here, try this. And I was like, you have to be on your A
Yeah,
game.
not the classical guys that I know of. Alcohol, yeah. And a lot of these guys too, another thing too, is a lot of these guys learned all this great shit like Keith Richards and Jimmy Page before they ever touched drugs. But there's a lot of bands that have broken up because of drug use during performances. It'll ruin your play. I couldn't stand him. He just died here a year or two. David Crosby, even that fucking moron said that drugs will wreck your fucking ability to play.
Well, you
I
have to,
think stuff
well, when you're,
I do believe that they probably wrote lyrics then.
if you, I think what it is if you take too much of it, because when I used to
The
play,
lyrics, yeah.
I played a few instruments, and I got to tell you what, if you're not focused enough, if you could ruin stuff. You can ruin a whole song, you can ruin whatever. So there has to be a level of where you're
Oh,
comfortable,
yeah, it's a
but
bitch.
not
Like,
overly.
Michigan has a good school, Interlochen. People from all over the world go there. If you learn it and you're young, it helps. Can you play anything now?
I don't play anything. I had to sell the organ. I sold my guitar, sold my flute. Let's see, I played. Um, those were the three main ones. I'd end up selling them all, but it's all good.
You think you could play one now?
Um, well, if you gave me a keyboard, uh, yeah, I could read. I can read music.
You
Like I
can.
know, yeah, I can. Well, yeah, I can read music. That's what I did for years. I can read like notes and everything.
Huh.
But if you asked me to pick up like a clarinet or a saxophone, that would be challenging because I've never done that. But I mean, those instruments I played for a while.
That's right, my enemy.
But let me tell you what, Tom. So I learned how to play the organ. Then I played the regular piano, and I'm like, wow, you guys have it a little bit easier playing this piano. I'm like, they learned right off the bat because my mother had an organ, so that's why I took organ lessons because she was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna show Stephanie how to play an organ.
you're an ass. Well, listen, Tom, I gotta get going. It's getting
What do
late.
you got to do? What do you get? A shock treatment in the morning?
Yeah, yeah, I gotta go for my
Your
daily.
Thorazine levels?
Yeah,
Tell them to
yeah.
do a blood analysis so you don't trash your organs trying to get healthy.
I'll tell them that.
Well, good luck.
All right. Have a good night, you guys.
Party on. Tell the psychiatrist hi. Oh, good for her. Yeah, there weren't too many people when I've grown up I tried to learn how to play the guitar. I couldn't do it. I've been thinking about trying it again, believe it or not. So fucking terrible. I couldn't do it. I did it for a year. I took lessons for like 3 months. I swear you could have handed it to a fucking monkey and it would sound better. I just quit doing it. It's like pissing me off. I mean, I just had no natural knack even for like fucking the simplest of songs. I'm thinking about trying it again though. I had a heroin addicted instructor. I didn't know that till later. So I think I got like a guy that like didn't help my confidence. He just like tear off sheets of music, tell me to go practice it, like spend like 5 minutes with me. I think I'm going to, I might give it another stab because I don't know why, but in Augusta, there's a lot of like music stores that give lessons too. And I go there all the time anyway. Athens too, college town. I may be too old to be worth a shit. Probably am. I don't know. I'd like the idea of it though. I'm reading music theory now. They say that helps you learn. So that's what we're going to have Michelle do, play some Beethoven. I'll believe that when I fucking see it. That shit's hard to play. Yeah. I'm not saying she's lying, but it's a kind of a fucking stretch. Oh, you struggled as well? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting tired of seeing all these fucking burned out, fucking dope addicted heroin guys shredding the guitar, and I can't even play a kid song. Yeah, Athens is good, and Augusta's better, though, I think. I don't want to learn I don't like blues. I don't like jazz that much. I like some smooth jazz, light jazz, but not that much. Oh, you learned how to play the violin? Oh, really? Can you still play it? I think the violin's cool. Harmonica. That's what the guy in the band does. He can't play anything else. He blows on a harmonica. I know a guy that got paid to play a harmonica, though. He had remember that Indian nut, the one that butt fucked Stephanie? He supposedly had a bag full of good harmonicas. You remember I kicked him off for that? Yeah, I don't know. He was a good guy for a while. I don't know what happened to that motherfucker, but he got weird. You remember him? And he was great, for a long time. And he started talking about butt fucking my dear Stephanie. I had to cut him off. Yeah, and they're really a lot of those programs, unless you go to a rich school, they don't really pay for that. Paid $5 for an upgrade. Could she play it all? Did she learn how to play it at all? Oh, John Pomper. Hey, Conan, how you doing? Yeah, I think it'd be fun learning how to play. Maybe I'd like to play any musical instrument. I want to try and do it before I'm dead. I think it'd be fun to just like it'd be what I'm appreciating about it that I guess I just missed is that you could just spend your whole life getting better at it, and that's interesting. Oh, did she really? Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, there's some people on TikTok, YouTube too, just unbelievable, man. There's these cover bands that do these Led Zeppelin songs. They're just unbelievable. I send them to Mark all the time. These people are just unbelievable. How good they are. There's a girl. Her name's Corinne Lucy. Corinne Lucy, Lucy. She does a Joni Mitchell song on her channel. I don't think she's done anything in a long time. Corinne Lucy. Edith and the Kingpin. To me, that's the best voice I've ever heard in my life. Really. And there's a group that's out of Australia, uh, something country club. And there's a guy, they had a big fight and falling out and they all broke up. But there's a guy and a lady that were on that, made their videos for quite a while that do the song Guilty with Barbara Streisand and Barry Gibb. It's just absolute. That's the second best voice I've ever heard in my life. Just unbelievable. Yeah, Interneil. Yeah, just check those out when you get a chance. I don't know if she does, but check out that. It's something country club. If you put Guilty cover song, it'll come up. She's like an attractive, like maybe 50-year-old. He's kind of like a Baywatch looking motherfucker, about 45. But they do an absolute fantastic job. I've listened to it 1,000 times. And Corinne Lucy, Edith and the Kingpin. Oh, Diamonds and Rust? I don't know. Duomans. They need to come up with a comedy show that's just autocorrect. Really, it could be a comedy show. I laugh my ass off at some of the ones I get. Mary's had a couple singers there on autocorrect. Yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, Internet. Yeah, he was a good guy, but he just got fucking weird. No wonder his wife didn't want to move him back to Windsor. It's crazy. Yeah, check those out if you get a chance. There's so much good music on YouTube. Yeah, Waylon Jennings. He seemed like a cool guy. Waylon Jennings. You know, you look at that Waylon Jennings. I don't know about him for sure, but like Eddie Rabbit, B.J. Thomas. All those fuckers died from lung cancer in their 50s. Yeah, Marys are epic. They sure are. Yeah. You know, heavy smoking, that kind of thing. You wouldn't think you'd smoke if you were making your living as a singer. David Gates is still alive. Some reason I can't figure that out. You don't hear Bread ever played hardly on the radio. And I think the reason for that now more than ever is, you know, radio stations have changed. I mean, if you look at like Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, people like that, what station would you hear them on now? There really isn't one. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of country, although it's getting better. They're getting more drug addicts in there. Here's Fantasyland. Do I know this guy? He's going to fit in.
Hello.
How you doing? How's it going?
I'm sorry you caught me a little off guard there.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Well, usually if they just come up and, you know, I just click them on. I'm just glad you got clothes on.
You're glad I have clothes on, really?
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah.
people do you deal with?
Well, these people come up here and they do these nude things and try and get your channel in trouble. And they use
Do you
fake
know
pictures.
who I am?
Not really.
Okay, good. It's, I've been watching you for a few years here, and thought maybe I'd click on it.
Oh yeah, go. Welcome. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
But there are people that just what they'll do is they'll use like a fake picture, and then you click on it, and it's some stupid porn. Then they try and get your channel in trouble.
Yeah.
And usually you recognize the people that come up before they get on. And I didn't recognize you, so that's why I made that comment, because it happened just a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's get past that. I just got in here. I don't even know what's going on, and I
We just
thought
talk about all sorts of different things.
people know me. I've been around, so yeah. What's the topic of discussion?
Right now we were just got done talking about classic music,
Oh,
classical
can you hear
music.
me without? Can you hear me
Yes, I
without
can hear you. Yep.
me having?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
put this microphone down.
And Stephanie just came up.
Hi,
Oh,
Tom.
Hey, Stephanie, here's Margaret trying to get on. She's from Australia. How you doing, Steph?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so late, but I was over at my sister's.
that's loud.
Oh, it is.
What?
We got a new guy on here tonight. He's got headphones. He said it sounded loud, but your volume compared to other people's is always like crystal clear.
Yeah, I recognize that guy.
From where?
What's your name?
My name's Cliff. Drop over sometime.
Yeah, you've been on Mark's, haven't you?
No.
It was either Mark or Bimbo.
Well, it could have been Bimbo. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know Bimbo.
Yeah, he was on Bimbo's that one night, Tom. Yeah. I think you were all drunk and everything.
Well, I'm drunk right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, you talked to this guy.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. I can't hear you.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what it is. You're loud. You're cracking up to me. Let me try and fix this.
Stephanie, yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh, I guess here.
Hi, Margaret.
Hello.
Hey, Margaret.
Hello.
Yeah, excuse me, Margaret. I just want to tell Tom, remember that guy,
I
Tom?
wasn't sure that was him. He was on Mark's.
Yeah, well, I just popped on when he said, good that you didn't know him. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Good job on that. Very, very good job.
Yep, I didn't mean to scare him off, Tom.
No, you didn't. I banned him.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy that got in the argument with you, remember? And he was drunk and.
Yeah, I was wondering where my channel was going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if that was him or not.
Yeah, that was him.
No,
Sure was.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Margaret. Margaret's got the worst audio in the world.
Yeah, I can't hear her.
No, you never can.
Oh, she's gone again.
It'll come on, it'll go off, and it'll come on, it'll go off. Drive you fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You can never hear.
No,
yeah, I thought that was him, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was. Sure was.
Good job.
Boy, I'm glad I came right in the nick of time. He would have told you some bullshit.
Yeah. And he's a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
You should tell him to go to Chris's channel.
He's sitting good. There's Debbie and Dave. Here's Purity arrives. Now he's trying to get back on again. No, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Well, I banned him this time. I blocked him the last time. See you, Fantasyland. Have another one on us. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food prices are high.
Oh, Jeff, isn't it awful?
Yeah,
It's
I was talking.
terrible.
I ate at that Mexican restaurant tonight, and the guy told me that the cost of food is just getting insane. It's affecting the customers. And this is, traditionally low food costs. Mexican, right? It's not a steakhouse. But he said people just get where they can't afford to go out and eat anymore.
Well, God, no, you go. I mean, who's got $40 to just spend on one meal, Tom, if you're,
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
Right.
No, people don't do that.
Yeah.
They just can't do it anymore. But times will change, everyone.
Yeah.
Come November.
Yeah. Robin says they're not going to change.
Oh yeah, is she around tonight? I hope not.
No.
Good.
No. No.
Good.
She's working on a voodoo doll now that looks like you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Poke it right in the heart, please.
That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear a bunch of suck asses on here kissing each other's ass, trying to let's just have fun, some stupid ass sappy slogan like that. I want both fucking barrels. Yeah, go ahead
Yeah.
unsub you. Go ahead and unsub, you fucking loser. You should have never subbed to begin with. This fucking douchebag in the bottom. I think it's that. I think it's that fucking clown that we just got rid of. One of his different. Yeah, that is him. Yeah, unsub, get lost. Who gives a fuck? Beat it.
Yeah, I remember he was ranking on your channel or something,
that's him right
remember?
there. Get out of here, loser.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he goes by the name Honor. He was using a different one tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This shows you the level of these fucking weirdos. They come to places they know they're not wanted.
Well, yeah, he was hoping that, probably. I mean, what do they think? You're going to have somebody that was an asshole to you, and you're going to have them up on the stage?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But that was his other ID right there. Yeah, a double weirdo.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. He went walkie, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that. That's right. Hunter, if you're having a hard time signing on, just save yourself some trouble. It's not going to get any better.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. That damn Chris keeps emailing me. I'm trying to be nice to the guy, but.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. And I got him blocked. Yeah, but when I block like an email, it comes up half color. Like not a solid one because they're blocked. Hey, I don't know about this because like when you send somebody an email and you're blocked, do they realize it?
I don't know.
Does anybody know that with Gmail?
I don't know how that works. I've never had to block anybody on my email.
Oh man, are you lucky?
Yeah. But I can't believe it. Even after the other night, and he's still, I mean, poor Mark. I felt so bad for Mark last night or the other night.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all right being Mark to a point, but I mean, why not just fucking get rid of him for good?
Well, yeah. Well, see, he did that one show, and then he must have unblocked him last night, and then Chris goes and does the same bullshit again.
Yeah, well, I will give him this though. I mean, for a while there, I mean, he's looking like a bigger nut than I first thought.
Yeah, he is looking like a nut.
So now I'm starting to think, maybe he can help it. I mean, because if you could, why would you still be doing it? I mean, I still don't want him around, but I don't feel the same about it as I did before because he's just like escalating the nut level. He's busting through ceilings. Yeah, because even like your worst enemy, stalkers on YouTube, after a couple of times, they're gone. But my whole life, I don't know what disease that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
But I don't
I
want.
don't know.
I don't either. You can go
Well,
see.
I felt bad. Last night, I just jokingly, I put, Trump 2024 in
Yeah.
Mark's chat.
Yeah.
And then Mark said, Steph, we don't discuss politics here. Well, I had forgotten. I said, Mark, I'm so sorry. Well, that triggered Chris because he comes in as Kamala Harris.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he has an account, Kamala Harris. And it's Chris because he's so stupid. You click on the channel and you go to the channel and it's got his picture on there.
Well, like I said, crazy.
And I was like, oh, Mark, I'm sorry. I had started it because I put that in there. And so I felt bad. I told Mark.
I wish he'd start I wish he'd start driving and drinking because I'd love to see the police body cam tapes of him. Chris?
Oh, God.
Yeah, the ones you watch on YouTube of the cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to get him to do the sobriety test, it'd have to be a riot.
Oh, yeah, but he'd be one of those yelling that he has a disability and they can't be doing this to him, and he'd be one of those, Tom.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Infalove, he had the same avatar, but he had Kamala Harris. I know. It's so stupid. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
well, I would just
still before you get disability, I'd like to just see what what it's for exactly. Not that people don't deserve disability for mental conditions.
Oh no, I know that. Yeah.
What would they call that to get paid? It's not.
I don't know.
Is it
He
a
has
diagnosable, compensable condition?
Well, yeah. Don't you have to have more than ADHD?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if you do or you don't. I don't know if you can get on Social Security disability with that, can you? No,
I don't know.
Impolo, can you get Social Security disability if you're on not high functioning for autism? Yeah. As a matter of fact, you can, because Anthony gets it. Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you can. I mean, I've heard that. Yeah, autism. So maybe has that too. I don't know. He's got so much shit.
But he never said that.
No, I know he never said that. I know.
So who knows? Something's really
I don't know.
It's just too disruptive.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Envelope tried it. Well, you're. I mean, you got a long way to go to catch up to getting fucking paid for it, Envelope. You're like high functioning. If you didn't say anything, I'd have never thought you had autism. Would you, Stephanie?
Oh no, not at all.
Right? No, especially like with the art and all that kind of stuff.
I still don't think Infalove has autism.
You don't?
No. But then I don't think my little man has it either. So you know me, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be. I've never really looked at when it comes down to getting compensated for it, like how many of the boxes you have.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's probably levels of it, I suppose.
Yeah, there are levels, but they usually determine them, I think, by like how functioning you are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I
he
suppose
works full time. He's married. He drives.
Oh yeah, I mean he takes care of himself. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't imagine there's a higher level of higher functioning if you're autistic than you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, you notice your quirks? Yeah, we never noticed them. You mentioned things one night in the chat, like you don't know if somebody's joking or serious.
But Imp Love, we all have strange quirks, though, too, honey.
I don't have
So
any.
don't. Oh yeah, right, Tom.
Speak for yourself.
Oh God. Oh man.
Jeff, yeah. Yeah, he overcame it.
Yeah. See. Mm-hmm.
But if you read, like I just bought that, how they come out with those like yearly editions of magazines. They have one on autism. I told Impulov about it. And I read that, and it's like, I mean, when you read it in that context, it seems like there's a lot of people that could have it. Now they say Elon Musk and Albert Einstein were autistic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah. Yeah, and look at Elon Musk, a multi-billionaire.
I don't know if I don't know. Could he have it?
I don't know. Has he ever talked about it?
I not that I know of, but
because it could be just fake news.
Yeah, it could be fake news. That's right.
Fake news, I know. So they like to talk about people that have accomplished stuff, and they like to make up stuff about them, you know what I mean?
Make it more of a fantastic story.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yep, it's true.
Yeah, so
yeah, I think that I don't know, but like Impulov, like I don't think Anthony could do what Impulov has done, but I guess that's just the higher functioning. Yeah, they say he's got autism.
Yeah,
neurodivergent. That's right, is a term. Yeah, neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Yeah, neural.
Oh, I know, Jeff. I know.
Neuro.
Yeah.
Certain areas of the brain. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck, I know less about it the more we talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you read a whole fucking book on it and still not know what the fuck it is. It's not like, fucking lupus or rheumatoid arthritis. You read on autism, it's like, I still don't know what the hell it is. And then, you got these, I got a private number. I never answer it.
Oh, there we go.
You want me to answer it?
Yeah.
Oh, you hung up. Yeah, see, they don't really want to talk to me. It's usually somebody telling me to get fucked or the police that I've been swatted, some shit like that. They don't use Asperger's anymore. They don't use that as a term anymore. Asperger's has been retired. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Jeff. It's freewheeling here.
Oh, Jeff, you know what? That's what we like to do here.
Yeah. We don't want to. We want to spell it out. When you hang up and we go off at the end of the night, there's no unanswered questions.
Yeah, and everyone has a right to their own opinion here.
Right.
That's the one good thing about Tom's channel.
Yeah, got an opinion. Now it was
That's
private.
right.
Yeah. A formal, but no, not anymore. They don't use that. They don't use that term anymore. Nope. Asperger's has been retired. It even said in this latest thing that I read, this yearly publication. Yeah, they don't use Asperger's. Yeah, you just let it go, Jeff. Your blood pressure will go down. You'll be able to knock off your antidepressants. And that's who I think, Debbie and Dave.
Oh, yeah, of course it was.
Chris, if you're listening out there, have enough balls to keep talking. Be hanging up like a little bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God. No, I still don't think my little Mason has autism, and they keep saying that he has a learning disability. Yes, but
it's a bias, and it's a one-person survey.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of it, they get more money for him.
Who?
The school.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, he just needed the right class and teacher because last year. I mean, he's done really well in school
Good
now.
for him. Oh, wow.
So yeah, he's not, like he's 8 years old, and if you compare him to my nephew's daughter, who's 8, yeah, she does know more than he does, but I mean, he probably will just like Infalove have to work at it a little bit harder.
Not if he doesn't have it.
What do you mean?
You said he doesn't have it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, not if he doesn't have it.
But he might not have it. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know the accuracy of these diagnoses they give in schools. I don't know anything about it. I don't know whether it's like a liberal, conservative. They err on the
Yeah.
side of special help at an early age. It's hard to say. I do know in the books that I've read that they say that the whole trick to it all is intervention at a young age. If you get diagnosed late, like when you're older,
Oh,
the chances of doing as well are nowhere near as they were if they'd have recognized it young.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'd be curious to see if it's too bad we didn't know what they thought of like Einstein and people like that young.
Right.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk. Elon Musk dropped out of Stanford because he got bored with it. That doesn't really sound too autistic to me.
No, I know.
Like you say, they trump up these stories. Like there would be more money in him now saying he had it than if he didn't.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it's like people just love these stories, these redemption
Oh, I know.
stories. That you fell out of the fucking Empire State Building and landed in a pot of flowers and broke your spine, and now you teach yoga.
Oh yeah, success stories. Yeah.
Success stories. Yeah.
Yeah, they love that. Yeah.
And the religious fans, they're real. They'll eat this stuff up too, like cherry pie.
Yeah. Sure will. Yep.
Temple Grandin, who is that? Oh, Infalope doesn't think Elon Musk has it. Who's Temple Grandin? I don't know who that is. Do you know?
I don't either.
Infalope, who is Temple Grandin? Does anybody on here know? Oh, Tesla had it too? Oh, never dribble a basketball again. Who's that? Who's he talking about? Do you know?
No, I don't.
I mean, who cares if you never dribbled a basketball again? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I mean, yeah, there's these stories, who's not a consumer of a good luck, hard luck story? Beating the odds. Look at that black guy that Trump had, the neurosurgeon from Detroit, Ben Carson. He came from poverty. He's not doing any brain surgery on me, though. No fucking way. Famous older autism who works with design. Is that kind of lesbian-looking lady? Lesbian? She looks like an old lesbian. Yeah, Temple Grandin.
The lady that worked with cows.
Yeah, I know what he talks about. Yeah. She was a lady who worked with. She got her PhD, I think, didn't she? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, okay. Well, don't be afraid to say. You need to bust that damn Mexican beer out. If that's what you're going to be. Rita says she's afraid to say.
Say what?
I don't know for sure. Break out that Dos Equis, that lime.
When has Rita ever been afraid to say anything? Yeah, Rita, never been afraid. What the hell?
What's going on? You got some new antidepressants? Yeah, just bust on loose. Famous. Yeah, I did see a thing on her. I think she got a PhD in something. Yeah, good for her. Yeah, Temple Grandin. Fuck. Dos Equis, yeah. She'll uncap a couple of those. She won't be afraid to say anything in about a half hour. When Rita turns on that dim light and you can barely see her face and she's out on the porch, it's time to roll. That's where you're going to
Oh
get.
yeah, yeah. I heard that today. Kennedy. Yeah, he's going to support Trump, and now somebody said something about they were going to sue Kennedy over this or some ridiculous thing. I can't say because I haven't heard the full scoop, but
He
I'll
was on
feel
that.
it.
He was on that list of that Epstein's parties with those underage girls.
Who?
Kennedy.
Junior? He was?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep. He's already tried to bullshit his way out. Well, he acts like he was there learning fucking croquet. Bullshit. Another pervert.
Yeah.
Nobody went to those fucking parties that didn't have a perverted interest in young girls.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, Epstein, they killed him. He didn't kill himself.
I think so too. I think so
Of
too.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't want all. I mean, can you imagine how much information that guy had?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
No.
Yeah, but it happened. I'm sure what happened. I'm sure like Dershowitz and some of those guys. You go there a couple of times. You're smart. You don't want to get in trouble. You're seeing everybody, all these young, good-looking girls. Everybody's getting fucked up. It's a private island. You're telling the cops to get the fuck out of there when somebody calls. If the cops somebody had to have jurisdiction. He's got everybody bought off. So you go 2 or 3 years, and once these fucking sickos realized they weren't going to get in any trouble, or there weren't going to be any. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Weren't going to be any consequences. That's when you got to see what pedophiles they all were. They kept on going there.
Yeah, I know it.
But you're right. Yeah, Clinton, Greg Norman, Dershowitz. There's a bunch of fucking Hollywood actors too are down there fucking around.
Yep, I know they were. Yeah.
Yeah. And that whole thing just, they didn't even do to him what they should have when he was in Florida. It's not, it goes to show you if he was from a trailer in Kentucky, he'd been in prison forever 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were a lot of politicians, movie stars, singers. Yeah.
Athletes too, weren't there?
Athletes too, yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Yeah.
He did had hidden cameras. Yeah, he had the goods on everybody.
Oh, of course.
He fucked Harvard. He fucked Harvard good, big time. Epstein did.
Yeah.
And he was already getting charged with shit and was still on the inside at Harvard calling shots.
Huh.
Yeah. I think if you read between the lines, it could be false, but I think Putin had a ton of shit on Trump.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I think if you read between the lines, it looks like Trump likes young girls pissing on him.
Oh, yeah.
No. I've read that 50 times over the last 15 years. And if you look at all the women that he had access to, he's fooling around with these ditzy, kinky, flat broke, ex-has-been porno stars. I mean, it's not too far-fetched that it's a possibility. Fetish shit. People that
who knows?
Yeah, but he wasn't dating the girl next door, and he could have been. That's the point. If it wasn't for that little edge of weirdness in the people that we know that he paid off, I would not pay any attention. And it could be totally false, I know. But there's, looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. A lot of these guys are doing weird shit like this. All these presidents, or not all of them, but many of them have been in sexual scandals of some kind. And when you look at compared to everybody else,
so many of them, they don't get caught.
I know, but you're a billionaire and you're hanging around with these bimbo, loser, has-been porno stars and writing them checks for $140,000. It's a reasonable argument. That's all you can come up with.
Yeah, but I've never heard of him being with an underage girl.
No, I didn't say that. But kinky shit.
Oh, kinky shit, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. No, the underage thing, me neither. But
no.
When you consider the quality of women that he must have had access to,
that's
a pretty low choice he made.
Yeah, well, maybe, maybe it was something that he figured that he wouldn't get caught. I don't know.
Hey, Mary, how you doing?
I don't know what men
I
are.
mean, you just know, with that wherewithal and those resources, how could you like maybe think you're not going to get caught with someone of that character? I'm sure she's the one that called the media. It just doesn't make sense from a guy with access to those kind of women, and that's what you come up with.
I don't know.
That's
Tom.
the scary part. If it would have been an intern from Brown University, okay, I get that. But not some old has-been, nasty-looking, over-the-hill porno star that you have to pay on top of it.
Right.
Yeah, these guys are getting the choice women of everywhere they go. Well, the mayor,
Yeah.
that happens a lot. Actually, my neighbor up in Chicago, Marion Brooks, sweetheart, biracial, she's from Vancouver. She had a damn affair with the Atlanta mayor and went out of Atlanta on a boot and moved up to Chicago. Super sweet lady. And they were fucking ragging her ass constantly up there. She went on some trips with them and stuff like that. And it was all downhill after that.
Huh.
Yeah. And then she got married for a while and divorced pretty soon. And really a nice person, though. But that, you can't say it derailed her career because, she caught the tail end of the good, high-paying days in Chicago. I know she was making not crazy money like the old days, but I know she was making about $500,000 a year when I left, which is like about a fourth of what they made, before that whole media thing started to cave. Was that like that when you were growing up, Stephanie? Like super famous anchor TV people just getting paid crazy?
Well, I think so. Like, like that Matt Lauer,
Yeah,
he
stuff
turned
like
out to be, Katie Couric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, did you watch Seattle News?
Yes.
So didn't you have like people that like Walter Cronkite type people? Everybody watched them. They had a huge following and they paid them just insane money because they were so popular.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there were some very popular news anchors here, and I'm sure they did make a lot of money, Tom.
And that's all kind of went away though. It's not like that anymore.
No, I don't think it is either.
Yeah. I mean, even ESPN, they're trying to just get the regular old Joe instead of paying these big crazy contracts anymore. And I know the news. They gave all the high paid people a severance package, and they just weren't going to do it anymore. People get their news from so many venues now.
Oh, I know.
Internet, the paper's down, so their revenue's way down.
Oh yeah, I mean everything is online now too.
Yeah. It's a lot different. But I mean, and even like famous columnists, like in newspapers, like the Detroit used to have two great papers, Detroit News and the Detroit Free Press. Big, thick, like 5-inch papers. You buy them both. You could barely carry them. And now they're like barely hanging in there.
Well, I was going to say, do we even have newspapers anymore?
They do, but it's like, I don't even know why they bother with it. Yeah, Bill Curtis, he moved to Chicago, and then he did that crime thing for a long time and did really well. That was a good show, Bill Curtis. Forgot what the name of that was. It was like Solving Crimes. All right, have a good night, Jeff. Solving Crimes. What was that Bill Curtis show? Do you guys remember to have that? Yeah, his papers are a joke. Yeah, it's in the online stuff's nowhere near the journalism that you got with the printed paper. Hey, Jeannie.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, just one.
I am so curious, Tom. I have not seen a newspaper thing around here. I'm going to look. I wonder if we even have the Seattle Times anymore.
Didn't Bezos buy that?
I don't know. The two big papers we had was the Seattle PI and the Seattle Times.
Yeah, I thought that Jeff Bezos bought the Seattle Times.
I don't know.
Let me look up.
I don't even know if we have one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know, but the Detroit papers, of course, Detroit's. Oh, the same family's owned it since 1896. And there's a Seattle Post Intelligencer.
Right. Seattle PI.
And but that they quit publishing in 2009.
Oh, the PI did?
Yeah. Yep.
But we still have the Seattle Times?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow.
It says it's one of the few independent and locally owned news media organizations in the United States. Bezos bought some big ass paper. Maybe it was someplace in New York or something.
Huh.
Seattle Times. Yeah, it's still around.
Wow.
The CEO stepping down next year, Frank Bleethen. That's unbelievable, man. You can still make it in the paper.
Yeah, it makes me want to go.
Places are advertising digitally now, like through Google. You're not
Right.
clipping things out of papers, Walter Cronkite, Dan Rather, yeah. Remember Charles Corral? So it turns out he was taking around a girlfriend with him all over the place that he left in his will.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
She must have put a bag over her head. Damn.
Oh, God.
It wasn't much to look at. He takes those cross-country trips in his motorhome. So it turns out, she was in the back room the whole time.
Huh.
Yeah, Walter Cronkite. A lot of those guys. And Dave Letterman, he got in trouble taking that intern out to his ranch. Remember that? He got extorted. They tried to extort money out of him, and he went to the police, and they got arrested.
Who was that?
David Letterman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had an affair with an intern, took her out to his cattle ranch and gave her a good drilling.
Wait, yeah.
Where he got caught, though, was paying for her law school.
Oh.
Yeah, the wife found out about it. They're still together, though.
Huh.
Yeah. You think that can make a relationship stronger?
What?
Catching your spouse in an affair?
Oh, not at all.
No, me neither. I'd get rid of him, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, that you would never trust him again.
No, but if you're going to church and all that bullshit, they got a way of brainwashing you into.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, Tom.
No, I wouldn't either.
So much.
You couldn't.
No, you could never trust him again. How could you get that back? No.
Yeah, but honestly, if it's the truth be told, did you trust him 100% to begin with? You can't lose what you don't have. I mean, did you ever trust your men 100%?
Well, I never really thought about it because then it would, drive you crazy?
It would drive you crazy. You mean, all those years and all those men, and you never had one little thing of thinking this guy's full of shit?
I don't know. I don't know, Tom. I never thought somebody was cheating.
Okay. Well, you're lucky.
If you dated someone that you dated other people,
mm-hmm.
So, if that's out front, then you can't say they're cheating because you're dating other people too.
Yeah.
But
you were dating guys, you pretty much had exclusive relationships. It was just you and the guy, right?
Not all the time. No, in the beginning it's not just that one person.
Right.
So if somebody else would have asked me out, I would have went.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
But when it's just, you're just going out with him and he's supposed to just be going out with you. That's a different story.
Right. You know, looking back there, I can never really figure out how I came to that agreement. It just kind of happens.
What do you mean?
Well, all of a sudden, you know, like, you know, that's the way it is, and you never really had a discussion about it. You just kind of like, you know, you're not like sitting down and have them signing a paper or something. It's like, I'm not dating anybody, and they say, well, I'm not either. It just kind of happens. I never remember discussing it. You just kind of figure it
Oh,
out naturally.
oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I've talked to men about, you know, are you dating anybody else and vice versa.
Yeah.
But I've never sat down and said, are you cheating on me?
No, but I
I
mean,
guess
your
I've been
relationship,
lucky.
like with the guy you married, it eventually just kind of was obvious you two weren't dating anybody else.
Right.
You didn't say, hey,
Yeah.
by the way, I hope you're not dating. You never had to. You already kind of knew.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they cooked
But
some
no,
chicken. Oh, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, no, I've been fortunate. You know, if I had been cheated on, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, that's the way to do
So,
it, I guess.
oh, I think so too. Why even, especially, you know, why even want to know about it, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I say. They
Yeah.
say when people divulge having affairs and extracurricular dating habits, that it's only to relieve their own guilt. It doesn't do anything for the other person.
Oh, I don't think it would either.
Yeah. Yeah, swingers.
Oh, no.
You know, I hate to say this, but any swinger that I've ever met, they always seemed a little off.
Oh,
They just weren't, there was just a little something off with them. I don't know why.
I've never met any swingers
Yeah,
in
but
my life.
you don't, no, you met them. It's just, it doesn't take long to be around you and to know that probably not a good thing to bring up around you.
Oh, maybe you're
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
right. They're getting ready.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's go out with Stephanie. And what was the guy's name, the hubby's name?
Tom.
Yeah, let's go out with Stephanie and Tom. You're out and you're eating a pizza and you make it. That's how you start out, like joking. It's like, oh, yeah, we were thinking of a swingers. What? Stephanie says, swingers. Shut the fuck up about it. Well, Stephanie, we're just kidding. Yeah, we didn't want to come. They've been fucking members for the last 10 years. They shut the fuck up about it. Yeah, all that shit's like that. Girls with big boobs, they wonder if that's the only reason that you were
Tom.
attracted to them. And
Tom.
God knows you don't want to get the truth out on that question.
Tom.
You noticed them a mile away. Fucking ain't right. What's that, Michelle?
Wouldn't you consider, or you guys were talking about swingers and stuff? Well, you guys would probably be kind of classified as swingers, you and your ex-wife. I mean, you said you guys were still married and seeing other people.
No. Well, if you listen to her talk, she said I talked her into things she didn't want to do.
Oh.
Hey, Jake. Yeah, which is, I told you I did that. All the women, it wasn't like there were hundreds of them. I wish there would have been. I wish there would have been thousands. As time has gone on, like there were escorts that I stayed friends with for like 20 years. But as time went on and they've matured and they found other guys and they've had children and they've moved on to other aspects of their life, they don't keep in touch with me anymore, which I'm fine with. I get it. They've moved on, all that wild dick that they were attracted to when they were 22 and high hormones. They're mature women now with grandchildren. They don't want to be thinking about doing a blowjob movie with me 35 years ago. So I get it.
Right.
Yeah, they don't. It's like, fuck. And I kind of wish that I wouldn't have done it too, but not that much.
Yeah. Right.
But, to me, what do I care? I'm a guy, I don't have grandchildren, I don't have some wife. It's like, looking back, I wish I wouldn't have done some of that shit. But from a woman's perspective, and sure enough, in the last like 25 years, they've all kind of dropped off. I used to get like Christmas cards and texts and all that fucking shit. and not anymore, which I'm fine with. It's okay with me. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't screw any of them for $1 million now. So what real damage was done?
Right.
Yeah, they're all fucking great grandmothers. Like, you're not hurting my feelings, not sending me a Christmas card. Now, if
Right.
you turn
Right.
back the hands of time, I'd be all fucking all over it. I'd still be getting Christmas cards. This is what life gives you as you age, and this is one of the kind of unfavorable things.
Right.
You know, luckily for me, they weren't thinking that way when they were 25. Now that they're 75, who gives a fuck?
Oh God, I know.
Yeah, really, man. At least Stephanie's one of the few females that gives me straight answers on shit. All the way from, yeah, she does. You know, it's a lot of these other women on the chat. It's like pulling fucking teeth. You know, Reed is an example. You know, like big dicks are just like a punchline and a joke and have no bearing on reality. Yeah, I know that everybody doesn't want one. Everybody never had one. Everybody's not blah, 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 blah. But by and large, in this culture, same thing with big tits, it garners more attention than small. Just the fucking way it is. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. But, you know, you talk about Johnny Wad, you know, and you know Johnny Wad, Johnny Holmes, remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know why you remember him? Because of a big dick.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Read it. It's like, oh, yeah, you know, I don't know. So you gotta like push people. No, it's not. No, it has nothing. This is her rebuttal. She wants only if they agree with me. I don't care that you don't have to agree with me to acknowledge that's the way it is. And that's why you remember Johnny Watt. And when I'm talking to people and I'll have them on a panel, it's like, well, Johnny Watt, oh yeah, everybody knows who he is. Well, name me a small dick guy. That shuts them the fuck up. They don't remember. Why would they? He's got a small dick. It's just the way it works. Not saying one's better or worse than the other. It's just there's certain things in life that garner more attention than others. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good, bad, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, he was in the porn industry. No one's in the porn industry is going to remember a guy's name that had a little one.
Thank you.
And it's
Thank
the
you. Tell
same with
Rita.
the women, you know, the ones with the real, but, well, I don't know any, I only just remember that Marilyn Chambers, but I'm sure there's porn stars that Tom remembers, you know, because they have huge breasts. I mean, you know, they're not going to remember the ones that, you know, have little ones.
Thank you. Rita,
So,
listen up, girl.
well, that's the porn industry, though. I mean, that's probably part of the credentials you have to have
Yeah,
for,
but you think,
for
yeah,
that.
okay. And it even makes more sense. I mean, they want credentials and they're going to get more people to watch. And big dicks get more people to watch than small dicks. That's the whole point. Yeah, if it is a criteria, it even makes more sense. That there's a recognizable difference. That's all. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm
Right,
just saying that's the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how people are, though. They remember,
That's what I say.
remember that kind of stuff. And
I'm not saying that any woman's whole worth is like determined by how big her boobs are.
oh, I know that. No, I know that. Yeah.
Not counting strip clubs, though. No, it's just the way it is. I'm not saying it's good or bad, you know. And there are people that don't like that, you know. So it's not for everybody.
Right. Yeah, I know it.
Thanks for pointing that wacko out. I kind of thought that was him, but I wasn't really sure.
Oh, yeah, I remembered him. That's why.
He was on Marks. Yeah.
Yeah, when he said, I don't think so. And then I said, bimbo. And he said, no, because you were on the panel with the guy.
Yeah.
And you don't go on Bimbo's show. So it was Marks. He lied.
Yeah.
He didn't want you to.
And Mark said that he met him through my channel, which isn't true. He didn't meet him.
Oh.
He didn't meet him on my thing.
No, it must have been Bimbos.
Yeah, I never
Maybe,
even heard of the fucking guy till that night.
yeah, I
You
think maybe Mark, yeah, he must have gotten confused because, yeah. No, and then when that guy said that it wasn't on Mark's, yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, right. Once again, I count on you for telling the truth, spelling it all out. And I haven't seen him on Mark since then.
No, I know, I haven't either.
Yeah. But Mark seemed
No,
like he knew him a little bit. Fuck, I don't know. Who cares? He's gone.
yeah,
Oh, you saw him on Bimble? Yeah, I don't go on that either. I don't go on either one of those either. So
no,
I never saw him on there. That's why when I said to Mark, when he told me he met him on my thing, it's like, I don't think so. I don't even remember that name, you know? But
yeah, no,
he came on tonight with a different name. And then I kicked him off and he came on with even another name.
yeah, he was the one that was really being an asshole to you.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, that was him.
Yep.
It sure was.
Good job. I wasn't really sure, you know.
Yeah,
How desperate these guys are, man, to get on. I mean, there's a bunch of channels they could go on and talk where, you know, maybe it doesn't bother them, but just to keep coming back as an adult, that's really weird. I mean, there's channels don't want me on there, so I don't go over there.
right, right.
Why would you? You know, Michelle, what? I thought you had stuff to do tomorrow.
I do, but I can't. I went to lay down and I was like, I can't do it.
Oh, you couldn't? Take some of that Z-Quil when you really have to get a good night's sleep. You sleep like
ZQL works.
it does.
I used to use that, like, if you have like a cold or something that's
Yeah. Yep.
I'll knock you right out.
Yeah. It works. But they say, you know, that's the same thing as Benadryl.
Yeah, Benadryl's good too.
But they recommend not using it long term.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I took some last night. Only thing I don't like is you're so damn groggy in the morning. God damn. And that's taking the recommended dose too. And I'm up, but I just can't. I'm just tired.
Well,
Look at
with
the clock, you know, it's like shit.
with those medications too, I wouldn't recommend anybody taking it if you have any kind of like blood pressure issues. Those can mess you up. Taking some of those medications.
I never heard of a blood pressure issue with them.
Yeah, it
What?
it does something to the body, like those cold and flu medicines, like
The ones with
Z-Quil.
ephedrine do.
I
But
think,
that doesn't have a stimulant in it.
yeah, they always recommend like there's actually a certain brand of like cold and like flu medication to take if you have blood pressure issues. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
ones
know.
without ephedrine. The
Yeah,
minus the D.
yeah.
Right. Oh, good night, Jeff. Yeah, 6:30. Yeah.
Good night.
I got to get up. I'm going to get up early Friday morning. I hate getting up early. I'll tell you one thing, though. Like, I'm sleeping over at my new place now. You know, like, I don't hear a thing. Nothing. Not Marty getting up, Daisy, nothing. It's pure silence. Not one noise anywhere. And I'll tell you, I noticed the difference. No shit. There's no like horns, sirens, nothing. It's total silence. I just like wake up. It's like I look at the clock. I can't believe it. I'm asleep that good. So I think these noises and shit bother you, even if they're subtle, like a toilet flushing or something like that. It's like you hear it and it's like, oh, that's just that. You go back to sleep. But if you hear nothing, it's better, I think. It is
I
the
th-
same thing, Faye.
I've always like slept with white, like some kind of fan going.
Yeah, I did too, but not over there. Good night, Debbie and Dave. Yeah, no, same here. Yeah. What time do you have to get up tomorrow?
7.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Now, do you have to set an alarm? Yeah, Marty sleeps with the TV on. I can't do that. You know what else I can't do? I thought I would like it. I thought I could listen to classical music. I can't. No, it keeps me up.
Oh, yeah, I can't either. I
Even though
can't
it's like
listen to
nice
music.
and stuff, and I like it, and it's low volume. Like I don't like here. I guess it keeps my brain like recognizing words and stuff. I don't know, but I can't sleep. Yeah, yeah, I remember that as a kid. Hey, Pug. Yeah. Oh, till 9. That's when I get up usually. Yeah, around 9:30. Oh, that's how it is with you. That's how it is with me too. Slowly wake up. Yeah. I went through some years with like major sleep deprivation, which I wouldn't recommend to anybody, man. That's a bitch. Sleep deprivation, man. I bet there was 10 years I didn't sleep 3 hours a night.
Well, that can age
Wow.
you too.
Yeah,
That
Mark
ages.
had that problem too. He still does. He was going to get a sleep study. I don't know why he didn't get it yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a problem sleeping. He doesn't really know why, but I think a sleep study would probably be a good idea for him.
Mark will be like, Mark would probably be like, oh, I can't smoke pot for 8 hours.
Yeah, he really likes that. I'm not sure how that. There's a lot of things. Alcohol is one of them that make you fall asleep quicker, but the quality of your sleep, like your REM, your restorative sleep, suffers.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah.
It affects it. Yeah.
Or then you have to wake up and pee or something. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's always something.
Yeah. Always something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever like wake up at night and you look at the clock and you don't believe it?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. It's like you get up. It's like, God, man. But
Well,
sometimes I'll be dead tired. Last night was a thing like that. And I got up, went to bed, fell asleep 10:30, got up at like 1. It's like, why? But not like drinking. I only drink one coffee in the morning, no alcohol. And when I go to bed, I fall right back asleep.
well, also, um, when you stop eating and drinking early, so at least like
Yeah, they
3
say
hour,
they say to do that.
3 to 4 hours too, because
Yeah.
something with your digestive system too can keep you
I,
awake.
well, I think there's you can like make it better. Like I don't think you should be eating a filet mignon right before you go to bed.
All
But
right.
maybe a soup or something,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, just like something light. That's what I try to do. But my sleep's been like great lately. Really good. Yep, that's good. Now, if you don't, but you got, but you were getting up early before, and you would stay on chats late, and
Yeah.
you seem
Well,
to like function in that.
I can I can still function pretty well off of like 5 to 6 hours of sleep usually. I mean,
Yeah,
I've done it off of less, but if, like average to like get up, feel okay,
yeah,
go to work and everything else. I don't need a ton of sleep, but
yeah,
I don't either. I don't. I hate those nights. What about those nights where you wake up every hour?
yeah.
oh,
Oh my God.
You
I
know,
hit for for at least 3 or 4 years, Stephanie, I had that happen where I would just get so frustrated because, like, literally, I would be
Yeah.
the weird thing is I was tired, right? So I'd go to sleep,
Yeah.
then I'd wake up like you said, it was almost like every couple hours, and I'm like, I'm just after like the second
I
time it
know.
happened, I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore. So, but luckily that went away for me. But yeah, that happened to me for like at least a good couple years.
Oh, I
you,
know.
you know
That's
you're
the
had a
worst.
you had a bad night's sleep when you see the sun coming up and you're pissed.
Yeah.
Because now you're not going to sleep, and you didn't sleep, and you're screwed now, and you just got to go do whatever you got to do. Sucks.
Well, I get up early though. So,
Well, as a parent, like I used to literally wake up early before my child just so that I had like an hour to myself. Like so I could be like, all right, like let me grab a coffee, let me wake up, let me get in a good mood to get the day going before he would wake up. So I always had that planned out. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
wake up about an hour before him. so that I wasn't all groggy, it wasn't like I was in a good
Oh, I
space.
know. I'm the same way. I'm not a morning person, and so I've got to be up. Like when I watch the kids, I've got to like get up at least an hour and a half before
Yeah.
I have to leave, just to wake up. And because I get up early, but I still don't do mornings good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
You drink coffee, right, Steph?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love my
Like
coffee.
how much in a day?
Um, well, probably, I'm looking at my pot right now. I usually make 8 cups.
And drink
Yeah,
that all?
yeah, but not all at once throughout the day.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot.
I'll even, I'll even sometimes have some coffee at night.
With caffeine.
But yeah, I cut the nighttime coffee out, but I will, I will have coffee during the day. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they say you're not supposed to drink it after noon.
I used to drink it all the time. I
Yeah, I
used
did
to
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I used to drink it just to because I like the taste of it. So I used to
Me too. Yeah.
I mean the majority of it I would drink in the morning, but
You don't
like
drink it that much anymore, Michelle?
not as much
Why?
because I don't need it like as much as I used to. Like I used to live off of that stuff, but then I cut back. It was also expensive too because a lot of it
Wow.
I would get like at Dunkin' Donuts or
Yeah.
Starbucks, and it adds up.
Yeah, it
But like
does.
a large like iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, I would sip on that for like at least half of the day. Like it was a pretty large, thing of iced coffee, and I would just literally sip out because I like the taste of coffee. It wasn't even, yeah, I like the energy it gave me too, but I
Would
don't know.
you drink decaf?
I've tried um, doing the decaf route. It's okay. Like you don't really notice a major difference
Yeah.
between decaf and non, but I always went for caffeinated, and I would just sip it throughout the day. And like some people have water, like, some people carry around like big water jugs and stuff, and I'd carry
Yeah.
around my big thing of coffee. But I mean, I would also drink water too throughout the day. But
Some of those coffee places you can go in and like get like a big like little tote full of coffee. They look cool as hell.
oh yeah, yep, you can. It's called at Dunkin' Donuts they called it the box of Joe.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I've gotten those from Starbucks before for people at work.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people would come in for it, and I'm like, oh great, when they would have to order it when I worked there, because literally, I mean, you would have to brew like a whole, a whole pot of it, and the pots there are industrial. It's not like, at home like coffee pots. So I'd be like, you'd have to wait a minute, but at least they knew it was fresh.
Yeah.
But the whole thing would fit in that.
You
In
think
that.
there's much to that fresh bullshit?
Oh, there is. Like you can tell when coffee's been sitting on a
Yeah,
burner for.
but how about grinding your own beans and all that?
There is a difference between like French press coffees, like fresh.
But how about grinding your beans in a
I
little
mean,
grinder?
I don't.
Does
I
anybody know anything about that, if it's worth it or not?
A lot of people do it. Um, is there a difference? I never tried it personally.
I did it. I got a little MIDI grinder, but I don't know. I think it's if you blindfolded somebody, I don't think they could tell. I
It's kind
mean,
of
they
like,
say about keeping it like in the refrigerator and vacuum sealed. When you buy the ones like in the store, those little like things you get they sell them anywhere, whether it's Starbucks, Dunkin', the same like little packet. They got these cheap ass things like you're supposed to be able to crimp the top.
right.
Half the fucking time, it's fucking half ass fucking sealed. I don't give a fuck.
There's,
I don't notice a difference.
I mean, you do taste a difference in coffees, and there's a reason why. I mean, some of it's how where the beans are coming
You
from.
mean beans? Different
Yeah.
beans? Oh yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, as far as grinding and not grinding, like I've tried grinding and getting it ground, the Dunkin' coffee, and it doesn't taste the same at home.
I mean, you have to do what works for you and your taste. You know, everyone has a different taste when it comes to coffee. Like,
Yeah, I want to drink it and fuck with it the least.
well, I mean, I always, like I said, as far as like liking the actual taste of
Mhm.
coffee, I used to always enjoy either espresso, like hot
Yeah, I like
espresso,
espresso. That's good. Sip it.
or the the iced coffees. I For some reason I like coffee iced. I think it tastes better. But
Do you
that's
ever
my
get jittery drinking coffee?
Yeah, a little bit, but it usually goes away within like at least like a half an hour. It's not like a
You ever
long.
get it, Stephanie? Jittery?
No, not anymore.
Yeah. Have you ever drank too much caffeine?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember
So you never
where it
noticed
affected me. I never noticed it. No, that's why
your
no,
temperament?
I think your body, I think you just get used to it. Um, because, I mean, I even buy dark roast. I like dark roast coffee,
That's what I would get
the
at Dunkin'. I'd get the dark
the
roast iced
darker, the
coffee.
better.
Yeah.
I mean, a French
Yeah.
press, all you do is put the thing in there and push it down, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the big fucking deal? I mean, who cares whether you press it, you don't, as long as the grounds don't get in the water.
Right.
That's where Starbucks, that's how they really nail you. Because you go in there and it's just not, getting out of a 50-gallon thing at a truck stop. It's like they have a cut above helpers. They're usually usually college grads that couldn't get a job anywhere else. They call them baristas.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
bunch of shit. I mean, how
Well,
fucking smart you got to be to make a fucking pot of coffee?
they educate you. When I worked at Starbucks for a period of time, they take the time to really educate you about coffee.
That's their
Where it
shtick
comes.
to charge you up the ass.
But the thing is there is a difference too. And like I said, like
But how
when you get
much?
in, well, when you get into like quality and everything, there is a difference with temperatures when you're making like espresso drinks and stuff. That when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you notice a big if you order a latte at Dunkin' Donuts and then you order a latte at um, Starbucks, you're gonna notice a very big difference
Oh, really?
because at Dunkin' Donuts, it's kind of like fast food of coffee,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Starbucks is a little bit more slower. They take their time. They want to do it
Yeah, but
right.
it's
So
still hot water and beans. What do they do? Bless it? I mean, this is where these people are losing me.
It's holy
well,
water.
they have better they have better equipment, like better because a lot of it's temperature too with lattes and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that on the espresso and shit.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not talking about like coffee too has a certain
Yeah, you're right, Drifter.
temperature too
Yeah, it's
that you
supposed
want
to
to
be
keep it
served
at.
at 204,
Yeah,
and
there's
nobody
the
hardly does. Starbucks does. That coffee's hotter than hell.
yeah, like there's a certain way to do things, and I mean, I think Dunkin' really just doesn't put its money into like
It's good coffee, though.
oh, their regular coffee is, hands down.
Good.
It's awesome.
McDonald's is good. They just don't have a balls to serve it hot enough. Their
I like
lattes,
McDonald's coffee. Yeah.
their lattes and stuff suck.
That's what I think.
I didn't think mine was too bad. But I prefer their regular black coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. They just need to make it hotter. And those little bullshit cups.
What do you mean?
I don't like their cups, man. Their cups are crappy. You know,
The paper cup?
Dunkin' Donuts used to have the big styrofoam. Then these damn environmentalists got on them. Now they have this shitty ass paper cup. It's not as good.
Yeah, they're all paper
I
now.
don't like them as much.
Yeah.
There's nothing like just finishing it and throwing it out the window and watching it in your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Throwing it out the window.
Yeah.
Some people do, like, I never understood that. Like, have you ever, like, drove down the expressway or
Oh, I
just,
know.
like,
Slobs.
and all of a sudden, like, someone just shot, like, a trash bag full of
No, I
trash on
know.
the side of the road.
You
Like,
know, it
literally,
pisses
like,
me off.
what were you thinking?
Night
You
face. I
know,
know. You're
I
just
see stuff
slobs.
like that all the time.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I just had a big cup and, like, I just shot it out the window.
No, you know, for a while the news you'll see like like a duck running around with the fucking Dunkin' Donuts styrofoam cup stuck on his head. And I always said, I wonder if that's mine.
Yeah. Oh God.
And then I talked to my psychiatrist and he said, there's no shortage of ducks. We changed the subject.
Oh God.
They would
Yeah,
take off
those
the
paper. I was just gonna say those paper cups are always too hot.
Yeah, that I don't like. Yeah, they want to put them in double. Like, just give me the fucking coffee.
Well,
Yeah, I
sometimes
know.
it's
You know what I mean? Yeah,
those
wear a fucking
sleeves.
welder's glove to save 3 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just when I worked at Dunkin', it was just like it was cool to see
It
like
makes it does have something to do with who serves it too. If I go into like a Speedway or something and get a coffee, and the girl I'm paying for it said, "That's just a coffee." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You don't have any sleeves?" She said, "No, we don't have sleeves." I'll say, "I don't want to burn my jacket offhand." And she thinks it's funny as hell. Well, when you go into a Starbucks, they act like they didn't hear you.
Oh
you're gonna get
yeah.
the police called on you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure you
But
would.
I don't, I don't think I don't think it's like all that though. It's not worth 4 times as much, or 5, or 10.
Oh, I know.
I think that they could cut back on the prices of it of and still end up
Oh, they make, but they're not doing like they used to. I'll tell you that. There's 2 Starbucks here. They built one to the east and one to the west. Now this could be everywhere, but it's not like the old days. When I was in Chicago, in my neighborhood, they had one on a corner of an intersection, one on every corner. There were 4 of them, 7 days a week, 24 hours, busy as hell, all the time.
well, that's how it is in New York City too, but
Yeah,
it depends on where
but
like
I don't think it's like that even in Chicago anymore.
well, I have in the town that I live in, there's 4 Starbucks and they're usually I mean, they're not 24 hours,
Yeah.
but they're usually pretty
You have
busy.
mom and pop coffee places too?
There's a couple. Yeah, actually, there's a really good one where they actually make the cream cheese. They make homemade cream cheese if you want a bagel or,
Yeah, I don't like cream cheese that much.
it's a it's a bagel place, but it's coffee
Good
too.
bagels are hard to find. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
one Friday though. I'm going to a Jew uh, delicatessen, getting the lox platter. I already know what I'm getting. 1950. And that Jew will bend me over for a coffee, even though it's cheap coffee and I'm getting it there. So my breakfast with the tip will be 30, but you know what? Worth every fucking dime.
yeah, I mean, I can't like I've gone to places, like mom and pa, like they make their homemade
Yeah.
whatevers. We have delis here too that make homemade like they make
Sausage.
Italian salads and like sausages and lasagna. You can go into the delis here
Yeah.
and you'll see like lasagna and all sorts of stuff. Most of the delis here are Italian, like delis and bakeries. It's all Italian
Yeah, we got to
people.
go. I go to that good pizza place about 20 miles from here. That's New York pizza though. You use the good grande cheese.
Yeah, like we have a ton of pizza places here. So when people are like, they come in from out of town, and I'm like, we're gonna go get a real pizza, not like what
Right.
you're used to.
Yeah.
Like, this is,
A good
it's,
pizza is like $25.
yeah, I mean, they've perfected
No, yeah,
pizza
I know
up
what you mean.
here.
Hey, you did a video one time when you were first starting out your channel. What was it, a potato or some shit?
So, yeah, so
Some famous thing?
So there's a thing called Outlaw Potato Shack here, and
Yeah.
that's what they so I don't know where they get these baked potatoes because there's not like the normal sized potatoes, but they get these gigantic potatoes.
You
And
hear
if
that,
you
Rita? Big
and
ones.
yeah, and you can put they have like 20 toppings that you can choose from to like put on this potato, and literally it's over 2 pounds when it's all said and done of like potato. It's like 2 or 3 meals.
I don't like potatoes that much. I don't care what you put on them.
Well, I mean, it's like I don't know.
I don't like stuffed potatoes that much. Do you, Stephanie?
I love baked potatoes.
Really? You probably like that place then. What do they
I
charge
would
you for
love that
those in Shelby? You
place.
got one like that.
It's about $7 or $8, depending on what you get on it too. So like if you
That's
just get
all?
yeah, yeah, and you have a meal
Wow.
they do really well. They do really well there, but that's what they focus on. But
Loaded potatoes. That's right. Yep.
they also have barbecue. They focus on barbecue too. So like,
I like sweet potatoes.
oh, I love sweet potatoes.
I must not
I
like them
don't.
that much though, because I don't get them that much.
Do you like squash?
Yeah, I do, but I don't like. I mean, I'd say 80% of the time I walk right by it, get something out better.
A lot of people do, and you know,
Latkes, yeah, you're right.
because
Good
they don't
Jewish
want to
bakery,
cut it
right?
because it's a pain in the ass to cut squash.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, yeah, it is. They're hard. They're hard to
You know,
cut.
I
You
got
have to have.
3 fucking shitty watermelons in a row.
See,
You can take them back and all this shit. I never do. I'm not going
they
through all
used to.
that bullshit.
I used to get asked all the time to pick out watermelons
Yeah,
for
it's a
people.
myth. It's myth. Bang on it.
Well,
See how long the tail is. It's all
you know
horseshit.
what I would do? I would take it
You ought to
over
put it
to.
in a fucking X-ray machine.
Well, what I would do is I would take it over to the chop shop,
Yeah.
and I would literally cut it in half for them and let them see for themselves. And if they wanted to try it,
Yeah, you better
and then
take a bite though.
I would just wrap it up.
I just buy the cut up watermelon
They
from the
charge you up.
produce.
They charge you up the ass for that here.
It's
Well,
$8.99 a
here
pound, I
it's
think.
at my store. You get a big container for $5, and
Yeah,
to me, it's worth it.
No, not here. It's like $15 now. Big giant watermelon,
Oh,
26.
really?
Yep. Yep.
Huh? Yeah, we can get them, and sometimes they run them. What 3 for 12? Yeah, sometimes they run them. If you buy 3, you can get 3 for $12. I mean, they're not real huge containers, but they're enough for one person.
I don't
And
I don't mind cutting it up. You know
oh,
what
you
I do?
don't? Yeah.
Like Marty likes cutting it up. I don't give a shit. I slice it in half and just eat it like a spoon, and then put it back in there. I know it's totally hillbilly. It's totally hillbilly, but that's the way I do it. He likes cutting it up and putting a lid on plastic and all that kind of shit. So I do it when he was going to eat some. But if I eat it, I just I'll have 2 halves. If I'm really got my sleep and give a fuck, I'll put some saran wrap over the one I haven't attacked yet. Because they will dry out a little bit. Not that much if you're eating it the next day. I'd rather just skip fucking with it.
Well,
What's really good on watermelon is salt.
Yeah, it is. Salt's good on everything.
I know.
Yeah, it's a flavor enhancer. So is MSG. If you go to some fine dining out west, actually, California and Washington, they charge you extra for MSG, a little bowl of it. All these health freaks act like it's going to fucking kill them. It enhances the flavor of food. I mean, you may get prostate cancer if you're a guy or throat cancer as a woman, but the food tastes better while you're eating it for sure. Yeah. Pineapple. I don't like pineapple really. I know it's good for you. I just don't like it. Pomegranate.
I love pineapple.
Pomegranate it tastes like shit. Bitter ass, little dried out things.
Pineapple is probably one of the more complicated of the fruits to cut.
I just cut the ends and then the sides and go at it.
You got to cut the core out too.
Yeah, I hollow that out after I slice it up. It's a pain in the ass. There's places you can go though that they punch it through a machine, does it?
Well,
I bet that Wegmans got one of those.
Well, Wegmans, what they would do for people is like you could get it for free too. So like you can request to get some like a fruit or a vegetable like squash
Yeah.
cut in half, and they'll wrap it up for you for free. But if you want to like if you want it like cut up, that's when they charge you $8.99 a pound. Like you can give them like
Yeah,
let's
right.
say you're like I want this pineapple like cut up and put in like they'll do it for you right there, but like it's gonna be $8.99 a pound. It's no longer gonna be $3.49 for
Yeah,
the
that's it. That's
pineapple.
right. Yeah. All those places do that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really get a deal too. You know, you go into these like upper end stores and they'll have a whole big thing with like olives and pickled this and that and all this cool kick ass shit. You know, like big vats full of millions of kinds of different olives. I'll go in there once in a while and just scoop up like about two big things of those. It cost me like $24. Now I have like all these great olives for like a month.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love olives.
Yeah.
They had an olive bar. Yeah, at the Wegmans.
Yeah, oh, that's what it is, Olive Bar. And they have like the marinated mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
like garlic, and all sorts of cool shit. You know those little
Yum.
baby corns?
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, it's good. All good stuff, not like carrots and peas and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
know, a lot of these
know.
restaurants down here, their lunch is like, well, what's the vegetable? Peas. It's like, fuck you.
I hate peas.
I
Yeah, me
know.
too. Who eats peas? They must be
Ugh,
free if you own a
it's
restaurant.
gross.
You know,
I'm so
gross.
glad I
Tastes
found
like
somebody who
shit.
hates peas. I know they
Oh,
taste like,
peas suck.
and I like vegetables, but I
Oh,
always
peas.
hated
They're
peas.
terrible. You know, carrots, there's a couple ways you can make those
Yeah,
without
carrots are
gagging,
fine.
but most of the time they taste like shit too. Down here, they're big collard greens and okra.
Yeah, up here you couldn't sell collard greens worth anything. Like
Yeah.
once in a while, somebody would want to buy collard greens, but like most of the time up here, it was like spinach, romaine, Swiss chard.
Yeah, romaine's way better lettuce.
Oh yeah, people love
Yeah,
romaine.
big time. It's nutritious. Leaf lettuce
Hmm.
doesn't have hardly any nutrients in it.
Well, I would tell people that they would be like, "Oh, where's your iceberg
And beets. I
lettuce?"
don't like beets either. I
Beets
hate
are
beets.
good for you.
Yeah, I know they are, but I'd rather eat a vitamin.
Yeah, same here.
I don't like stuffing either. It always looks like the cheapest shit possible. Like, I don't care where you get it either. Just looks like a bunch of like old bread they didn't know what to do with. They put it in a blender and threw some seasonings. Ugh. Looks like something you put on the end of a fishing hook to catch carp. Sucks.
Well, when I would make French onion soup,
I hate that too.
I
And I
oh
like
I
onions and I like cheese. Weird.
oh I
I think
love
they
to.
wreck the onions and put it in that brownie looking soup. Ugh.
You mean the beef? They usually
Yeah, is
use
that what it is?
beef
Beef?
stock. Yeah, it's
Oh,
usually
yeah, it
beef stock.
sucks. There's places that are famous for it. I eat the cheese off, and then they wreck the onions in it. They're like these clear, noodly. You get like a whole spoon of mush. Fuck French onion soup.
I love it.
No, I like a good one, like where the cheese is good on the top, and then that's it. And then they give you that old hard ass bread that cuts the roof of your mouth. I never saw French soup again too soon. It must be profitable because you'll see it like in high-end restaurants. I like lobster bisque, New England clam chowder.
I like New England clam chowder. That's a good one.
I don't like Manhattan, the tomato based.
No, I don't like the Manhattan. No, me neither.
Sucks. Yeah. The good
Stephanie,
soup.
what's your favorite soup?
Mine?
Stephanie's.
Stephanie? Stephanie, what's your
Oh, gosh. I'm just plain. I like vegetable beef.
Oh,
You
okay.
get the good ones, like you know whose soup's getting expensive? Progresso's.
Yeah.
That shit ain't cheap anymore.
You're about
I like the the Campbell's chunky soup though. Their corn chowder is really good.
Yeah, McDonald's had a lobster, or not McDonald's, Walmart had a lobster bisque they were carrying, but they've been out of it for like 6 weeks. It was good. It was only $3 too. It's good as hell. I'm sure it was all cream, probably all damn fake flavors and shit, but it sure tasted good. I mean, you'd need a damn microscope to see the lobster, but what do you expect for $3? You're
Right,
not
right,
buying lobster bisque for big chunks of lobster. But it
right.
was
Oh,
good.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, crab dip's good. Yeah, I love good crab dip, not the shit stuff, like the kind from Maryland, where it's like a crab with like molded together like an ice cream scoop, clear, not a bunch of cheap ass breading, just pure crab. Yeah, that's good. I love good crab dip, good spinach dip with the right bread.
Oh, spinach dip.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I
I
had a
love
good
spinach
recipe for a
dip.
spinach
Yeah,
dip too.
yeah, it's good.
Some
Yeah,
things
it
some
is.
things are just better if you make it yourself though. Like even when it comes to soups and everything, because then
Yeah,
you
I know. I
can
wish I knew a good soup recipe. There's some place you get older now. You go to a place, and this stuff is just so good. And I
well
remember being young, thinking people say, "I wish I had the recipe like this." I'm thinking, who gives a shit? Let's get some to go. But now
well
that I'm older, and I've tried making soup, I'd like to get the recipe for some of this good soup. I'll tell you a good soup. Go to an Indian restaurant and get lentil, like I got the other night. That is so damn ridiculously good.
I I make a really good chicken and dumplings, and I know
Oh,
how to
that's
make it.
good too. I like that too.
Yeah, I know how to make it easy. Where like I don't make the dumplings from scratch. I literally just buy
Why?
the because it's messy. It's too like I can make and you can't even tell the difference when after it's cooked and in the soup and everything. Nobody tells. Actually, people ask me. They're like, "What's your recipe for the dumplings?" I'm like, "Well, I buy a can of Grand's biscuits and I chop them up and throw them in there." And everyone loves it because
Yeah,
it's
potato soup. I only eat that when it's like the last thing in the cupboard and I'm starving. Italian meat. I don't like meatballs too much.
Italian wedding soup's okay. I like Italian wedding.
Yeah, I never. It's got to be a. Usually the soups offered places, even chili's sketchy.
Oh, I love a good
Wendy's has good
chili.
chili.
I love a good chili.
Yeah, it's hard, but there's places now you never know what you're getting with chili. Some places don't even put beans in it.
Well, the thing is, too, is with chili, you can get away with using ground turkey. A lot of recipes that call for ground turkey instead of ground
Yeah,
beef.
but you want to know something? Ground turkey's got
Yeah.
more fat in it than ground beef sometimes.
Hate ground turkey.
Well,
Sucks.
the thing
Yeah,
is
well,
like,
you might as well be eating nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put so much seasoning on it.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
right.
that's
what's
what
the
I'm saying.
point? 'Cause
You can
Yeah.
get away with that's
Miso soup's good.
that's one recipe where you can get away with using ground turkey and it's not like this freaking sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why would you? Why would you get ground fucking turkey when you're in a grocery store and you can get good ground tasty meat?
Well,
Oh, thank you, Jake.
if you're trying to cut back on red meat, like if you have a lot of red meat in your diet
Yeah,
already and
it's
you're
true.
like, okay, well, today I don't want ground,
Well, cutting
that
back on red meat, chili's not bad. It's not like you're eating a fucking porterhouse.
no, that's true.
I cut back on my red meat quite a bit,
I mean,
mainly
red
because it's so goddamn expensive, and sometimes
uh,
it's not that great.
yeah,
You can buy like a fucking truckload of chicken compared to like 6 good steaks.
oh, I know. That's
Yeah, I
why I
it,
wish
eat
I
a
knew. I
lot of
wish I knew, like, I wish I did know, like, some good culinary arts grant. Because you go to, like, a good, great restaurant, those fuckers got that shit down. They'll take the same chicken you use that you didn't even finish and make it, like, taste so good you want to eat the plate. It's all seasonings and tricks and shit over, you learn that shit in college. Or, some of these Italians pass down these spaghetti recipes are good.
I
But if
have a
you're
good
just guessing, it takes years to, like, perfect this stuff.
I can make a good sauce. Like I definitely
Sauces
perfected.
is, they have huge books just on sauces.
Yeah, it's
I think the Chinese got it down the best. All that Szechuan cooking, it's good. Yeah, sauces are good.
I've
Oh,
even
that's
Yeah.
good.
I've even made good sesame chicken before too. Like but the thing is, when you make those recipes, like for sesame chicken, um, the ingredients are kind of expensive because you have to use like sesame oil, you got to get the sesame
Oh, yeah,
seeds.
right.
Like there's things that are pricey that like you don't use on a daily basis. Most people don't usually use some of the.
Just go to Walmart and get a Fry Daddy and some peanut oil and deep fry chicken breasts. Bread them. So damn ridiculously good. It is. They are. They're like 1,000 times better than a chicken McNugget or something. You know, it really is. I don't like gravy either. Never did like gravy. I don't like gravy on anything.
Oh, I like gravy.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never liked gravy. You put it on
Yeah.
like your turkey and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How about poached
Yeah.
eggs?
Yeah, I like poached egg.
Yeah,
Eggs Benedict.
they're not done. I've had that maybe 3 times in my life. It was okay. If you go to if you can get you get eggs Benedict at a diner and it sucks, but then you go to like a good restaurant in New York City or something, eggs Benedict's like $31 or something. So like crazy ass good. It's like, what do you do to them?
Oh, I love eggs Benedict. Oh my God.
But there are tricks to making it good, you know?
They probably
Oh yeah.
they probably have a lot of like biscuits and gravy there, right? Do they focus on like
I don't see that too much, to be honest with you. No, they have a lot of I'm so sick of fried chicken. It's ridiculous everywhere here. And I don't know how it is in your states, but they're pushing this sway, this shitty, crappy ass South Vietnamese fish. It's like 3 steps below tilapia, and it's like not good for you. They're pushing that now. Actually, it's illegal to advertise it as catfish, even though it is a South Vietnamese catfish. But if it isn't raised here, you can't advertise it as catfish. I wouldn't eat it. No way. You can't even get catfish down south that easy anymore. You don't even see it for sale that much. I don't know where the hell it goes because they have catfish farms all over around here. Weird.
I was gonna say, is it a farm raised fish?
Yeah, most of them are now salmon and stuff.
Yeah, I know it.
They say that's like, who knows? Especially like
Yeah.
if you look at like pollution in the Puget Sound and things like that. And then they say
Yeah.
farm raised don't have that, but they're eating pellets instead of live. I don't know.
Right.
You know? Yeah, tilapia. I hate tilapia. But I don't think bottom feeders really matter when it comes to the meat. Catfish is a bottom feeder too. But I mean, what are crabs? They're on the fucking bottom. Clams, mussels, all that fucking shit's crawling around the bottom. Lobsters. I don't think being on the bottom is like you're acting like it's like the dirty, the floor and stuff. And I don't think it's like that. All sorts of shit
No.
on the bottom. I don't think, maybe it matters. I don't know. But I mean, that doesn't keep me from, I don't care if it's at the bottom,
Oh, I don't either.
you know?
Dover sole's pretty good.
Yeah, Dover sole. I haven't had that. I don't even see that anymore anywhere.
Really? We got. Oh. Oh.
No. Yeah, I don't. It's almost getting impossible to get a good seafood dinner anyway. Anywhere.
Oh no. Yeah.
they do the fish fries here every Friday, but
Probably cod.
it's 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 okay. Like I mean, it's fried and you have the
Yeah, you're right. Hey, Pug. Yeah, you're right about. There's a lot of shit though. You wouldn't eat it if you saw how it got prepared and stuff.
oh, a lot.
I was going to cook some escargot one time myself, and I put them in the thing. Was heating up the thing. The motherfuckers were crawling down the side of the stove. Crawled out of the thing. It grossed me out so bad. I just couldn't eat them. And as I've gotten older, I can't. I'm not dropping some damn live lobster in boiling water.
I know. I I always thought that was so sick when
Oh
like
man, yeah, you got to.
I
I
don't
just, but I'll tell you, when I was young, you didn't think shit of that. You thought they were lobsters, they were for eating. You boiled them, but I'm
I
not like that anymore.
I'm not a big seafood eater. Like I like fish, but like as
Yeah,
far as like shellfish and stuff, like I really never
I don't even know where to
got a
get
taste
clams
for it.
anywhere anymore. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It is gross. So sometimes how you see them get stuff. I think that's the next big crisis, like oil is getting and electricity and shit like that. I think the next thing is food. It's just going to be like, you look at the world population and
Well, Donald Trump is already campaigning on lowering our food costs.
but I don't know how you do that. Yeah, I love oysters. I don't know how you do that though. How the fuck's he going to lower food costs? I mean, it
Well,
sounds great when you're running for office. What do you do? Just how do you do that? I mean,
it's transportation. It's so he would have to lower like gas costs and flights coming over here and because a lot of food doesn't even come from the United States. I mean, most of it
you couldn't
does.
afford it from here. Yeah, all the shrimp and shit's like farm raised or coming from China or shit. You
Yeah.
look at that Walmart, Aldi's, all that stuff. Fuck anywhere. You used to like going like what you consider like a little better store, like a Publix or Kroger's. You wouldn't
Hmm.
see any of that damn Asian shit. But now you do because they can't afford it either. And if they had to charge what it was, they say the shrimp industry is just devastated down around Louisiana, Savannah, Georgia, that kind of shit.
They actually started downgrading food a long time ago. They wouldn't raise the price of food, right? So like you could get a can of soup for a certain price, and all of a sudden they like lowered it an ounce, but didn't change the price. So they've been doing that for a long time when it comes to food. I mean, now people started to notice because now food's like, they raise the price, like $1 more for something or whatever. But like before, they've been doing this for like at least a good decade or so.
Yeah.
Slowly like lower like the packages weren't as bigger, you
Right.
didn't get as much, but
Yeah.
like people didn't know, like a lot of
I think they
people.
did that with coffees.
Mm,
I think Starbucks used to be bigger.
they just didn't raise the price. They wouldn't
Right.
raise the price, but the
Right.
packages were
Yep.
smaller.
That's right. Yep. Fried clams, they were good at Howard Johnson's. Yeah. They were clam strips, though, weren't they? They got a thriving Howard Johnson's in Athens, Georgia. Orange roof and the whole bit. It's kind of cool to see. They used to have great ice cream. Yeah, Howard Johnson's. Pistachio. Yeah, fried clams. There was a place in Michigan I used to get whole belly clams. They're like impossible to find now. They finally went out of business. I would like I would like some good ass seafood though. I bet if you go to Seattle down near that Fisherman's Wharf or whatever they call it, I bet if you went to one of those good restaurants near there, I bet a good seafood dinner for two would be $220 with like a good salad and a good like something. And I bet it would be because you look at the prices of crab legs and stuff now, especially in this country because they keep canceling the seasons. So they're all coming from like Norway and stuff. Even like tuna is crazy. Halibut's crazy expensive now. The only like affordable
Yeah.
fish is like this cheap shit. Tilapia, sway. There's another one out there too. They're using starts with a P. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Well, they always went by pre-cooked weight, even on the quarter pounder. Pre-cooked.
All right, you guys.
Always.
Well, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Have a
go to
good
bed
night.
too. I'm gonna try and get up halfway decent hour. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Jeff, thanks for coming on. You
Thanks.
trooper, you.
All right.
Penny, you have a good night. Impulov, Drifter, A-Pug.
Good night, everyone.
You guys have a good night. I got my GoPros out running. No, great. Well, the moon will be up now. But I don't know. I don't know what percentage. Still good though, but that's not what I was looking for. I had a good sunset and hopefully I had, if you look real closely, this isn't the best time of the year to see the stars, but on all those star videos I do, you'll see meteors just busting through all the whole video. But when it's bright, you notice them more. But there's probably at least 10 per star video I do. Meteors just flying around. Cool.
Hmm.
Good night, Frisky. Well, you have a good day tomorrow, Stephanie.
Yeah, you too, Tom, and drive safe.
Thanks a lot. I'm not doing until Friday. I have my days mixed up.
Oh, Friday. Okay.
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right. Party on, you guys.
Yep.